Kessler, and I'm joined by Adam Jaxa. And this evening it is Game 7. Game 7 now out of more games that are planned as the Lemonade League schedule has been expanded. But it's the Lugnuts, Adam, it's the Locos in this College Woodbat League.
Well, can't stress how exciting it is to know that we're going to have more games just with how well this league has gone so far. The guys have been working hard. We've had some great games. We've had some late theatrics, and of late, Jesse, we've had a little dynasty start to be built in the last few games. The Lugnuts on a nice little run here.
That's what Adam's talking about, is that the Lugnuts have won 3 in a row. Let's go back. Let's have a look at last night's highlights. Now, the Locos had the left-hander Jesse Heikkinen on the mound. Heikkinen, Adam, had been one of the best pitchers in the Lemonade League.
No walks coming into last night's performance, and he had racked up 5 strikeouts. However, things shook out a little differently in his start last night.
Well, let's go back. We'll have a look at the highlights. Heikkinen and the Locos taking on the Lugnuts, who were starting the right-hander Ethan Young. There's Jesse Heikkinen. There's his first strikeout, setting down Colin Cornwell.
Well, that was big. Runners at second and third got out of the jam in that first inning.
But then in the second inning, trouble. Mark Connolly flared this 2-run single to left, and the Lugnuts led 2-0.
This was after 3 walks again. Hadn't allowed any walks, 3 in that half inning, and the Lugnuts took advantage.
Wild pitch made it 3-0, and then Andrew Morrow, a towering fly to right, the first Lemonade League home run.
Yeah, and a big one. Opposite field. Got to get it over that 20-foot wall. Big swing by Andrew Morrow.
5 runs scored in the second inning for the Lugnuts. They were just starting to flex their muscles. In the top of the third inning, Gabe Sotras came through. This is an RBI single, and it's 6-0 Lugnuts.
Part of back-to-back 5-run half innings in the second and the third. Lugnuts got after it early yesterday.
Darren Davis capping it off with that bullet up the middle, a 2-run single for the Toledo shortstop. At the conclusion of 2.5, it was 10-0 Lugnuts. They were not looking back.
No, and they just kept pouring it on.
The Locos finally got on the scoreboard in the bottom half of the 5th inning. This Adam Purdy sacrifice fly brought in Matthew Williams, who had tripled.
Yeah, and that was after Ethan Young went 3 innings strong, allowed no runs, and no strikeouts, though.
In the bottom of the 7th inning, Owen Ruddock came through with his 2-run single. That capped off the scoring, though. It made it 11-4, drawing the Locos within 7. That was as close as they would come. The right-hander Garrett Larner out of Cleary against Cal Johnston coaxes this ground ball to third base. Logan Welch makes the play, and the Lugnuts win it 11-4.
Yeah, you're not going to win many games, Jesse, where you get behind 11-0. The Locos, give them credit. They did come back in the 7th, score 3 runs, but as you mentioned, a little bit too late and too little, and the Lugnuts, big win yesterday.
Time for the anthem. Let's go down to the field.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we ask that you please stand as we honor the United States and those who defend our freedom with the playing of our national anthem.
In just a moment, we're about to watch a video package honoring John Lewis, the late John Lewis, who recently passed away. Let's join PA announcer Chris.
As we pay tribute to Congressman John Lewis.
While my time here has now come to an end, I want you to know that in the last days and hours of my life, you inspired me. You filled me with hope about the next chapter of the great American story, when you used your power to make a difference in our society. Millions of people motivated simply by human compassion laid down the burdens of division. Around the country and the world, you set aside race, class, age, language, and nationality to demand respect for human dignity. That is why I had to visit Black Lives Matter Plaza in Washington. Though I was admitted to the hospital the following day, I just had to see and feel it for myself, that after many years of silent witness, the truth is still marching on. Emmett Till was my George Floyd. He was my Rayshard Brooks, Sandra Bland, and Breonna Taylor. He was 14 when he was killed, and I was only 15 years old at the time. I will never ever forget the moment when it became so clear that he could easily have been me. In those days, fear constrained us like an imaginary prison, and troubling thoughts of potential brutality committed for no understandable reason were the bars. Though I was surrounded by two loving parents, plenty of brothers, sisters, and cousins, their love could not protect me from the unholy oppression waiting just outside that family circle. Unchecked, unrestrained violence and government-sanctioned terror had the power to turn a simple stroll to the store for some Skittles or an innocent morning jog down a lonesome country road into a nightmare. If we are to survive as one unified nation, we must discover what so readily takes root in our hearts that could rob Mother Emanuel Church in South Carolina of her brightest and best, shoot unwitting concert-goers in Las Vegas, and choke to death the hopes and dreams of a gifted violinist like Elijah McClain. Like so many young people today, I was searching for a way out, or some might say a way in. And then I heard the voice of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. on an old radio. He was talking about the philosophy and discipline of nonviolence. He said we're all complicit when we tolerate injustice. He said it is not enough to say it will get better by and by. He said each of us has a moral obligation to stand up, and speak out. When you see something that is not right, you must say something. You must do something. Democracy is not a state. It is an act, and each generation must do its part to help build what we call the beloved community, a nation and world society at peace with itself. Ordinary people with extraordinary vision can redeem the soul of America by getting in what I call good trouble, necessary trouble. Voting and participating in the democratic process are key. The vote is the most powerful nonviolent change agent you have in a democratic society. You must use it because it is not guaranteed. You can lose it. You must also study and learn the lessons of history because humanity has been involved in this soul-wrenching existential struggle for a very long time. People on every continent have stood in your shoes through decades and centuries before you. The truth does not change, and that is why the answers worked out long ago can help you find solutions to the challenges of our time. Continue to build union between movements stretching across the globe, because we must put away our willingness to profit from the exploitation of others. Though I may not be here with you, I urge you to answer the highest calling of your heart and stand up for what you truly believe. In my life, I have done all I can to demonstrate that the way of peace, the way of love and nonviolence, is the more excellent way. Now it is your turn to let freedom ring. When historians pick up their pens to write the story of the 21st century, let them say that it was your generation who laid down the heavy burdens of hate at last, and that peace finally triumphed over violence, aggression, and war. So I say to you, walk with the wind, brothers and sisters, and let the spirit of peace and the power of everlasting love be your guide.
We bring you back into the broadcast booth at Cooley Law School Stadium. I'm Jesse Goldberg-Strassler, rejoined by Adam Jaxa. Today, you will also see a Negro Leagues tribute. There's a whole converging of events going on today and this year. The year 2020 is the 100th year after the founding of the Negro Leagues in 1920. Today is the 55th anniversary of the passing of the Voting Rights Act in 1965. And that John Lewis, who passed away on July 17th at the age of 80. Another opportunity to honor his life. And you just heard Morgan Freeman reading John Lewis's last letter. Let's bring it back here. Let's go through your starting lineups as we get you all set for Lemonade League Baseball. The Lugnuts and the Locos. We'll talk more about all of this, especially Negro Leagues as we're watching baseball. There's been a whole campaign, tip your baseball cap, tip your cap to the Negro Leagues. Well, let's begin with the Locos starting lineup. As a matter of fact, as we look at that starting lineup, I see that's the Lugnut starting lineup with Darren Davis at the top. We'll get the graphic all ready for you in a second. The Locos will lead off with Adam Purdy, as per the usual. And then Zach Hickey moves up to bat second, followed by Michael Steigels, Kate Creston, and Alex McCormack, Craig Paladar, Brock Henley, Owen Ruddock, and Ben Compton for the Locos. And they support a right-hander named Jordan Patty. We will be talking about him. Adam Jaxa, you are a CMU Chippewa. Jordan Patty is a CMU Chippewa, and a very fine pitcher at that.
Yeah, he's an interesting story, Jesse. Came to Central Michigan, was getting ready to start his junior season before COVID came, and he's turned into a pitcher after being a position player.
And there's Jordan Patty on the mound in support by that lineup. And as you look over that Locos lineup, Adam, what stands out to you?
Well, yesterday they were pretty quiet until late in the game, but Owen Ruddock right there, the shortstop, yesterday he had a really nice game, Jesse. He had a double and a two-run single in that seventh inning as the Locos tried to come back. Also reached on a fielder's choice in the sixth. So good production yesterday at the bottom of the order. See if he can do it again tonight.
Now on the other side, let's have a look at the Lugnuts starting nine. Who will Jordan Patty be taking on today? Well, it does begin with the familiar name of Darren Davis at the very top. There they are, Davis followed by Connolly and Morrow. Walker, Pewan, Kavanaugh getting the start today. Drew Kavanaugh's very first start, followed by Van Acker back in the starting lineup, Ridequist and Badalamenti, the two Jakes at the very bottom. What stands out to you, Adam, about those grouping of hitters?
Well, you got to start with Andrew Morrow. He had the first home run of the Lemonade League yesterday. Impressive opposite field shot to get the Lugnuts going. And then Kavanaugh, we haven't seen a ton of him. He's a younger guy. Interested to see, Jesse, how he handles the pitching of Dustin Renfro as he'll be behind the plate today.
And here comes Dustin Renfro out to the mound to take the yellow baseball. And we are moments away from first pitch right now. Lemonade League game number 7. There is Dustin Renfro. And so far in the Lemonade League, he has made one start and one relief appearance, totaling 4 2/3 innings. And he's only allowed one base hit. He has struck out 5. He's walked 4. And by and large, Adam, he's gotten the Locos to hit the ball against him on the ground.
Yeah, he's done a nice job containing the Locos and represented Wayne State well, one of the 3 Warriors in this league. And he started before, as you mentioned, has experience. And the Lugnuts are feeling good about themselves. They've won 3 straight games. Yesterday they got a good starting performance from Ethan Young, and they're hoping for that today from Renfro.
So Renfro working. His battery mate is the catcher, Craig Paladar. I should say the catcher, Drew Kavanaugh, the freshman. The incoming freshman, Kavanaugh, working behind the dish with Rydquist at first, Acker at second, Davis at short, and Connolly at third. In the outfield, Paywan at left, Badalamenti in center, and Walker in right. And as we look around the defense for the Lugnuts, there's Van Acker, and there's Drew Kavanaugh. About to receive Dustin Renfro. Home plate umpires Mitch Tresiak. On the bases umpires Thomas Spurrell. Lugnuts looking to win their 4th consecutive game in the Lemonade League. They come into play today. Through 6 games of the league, they are 4-2 against the Locos.
And again, things have been really easy. We've kind of looked at the statistics through the first 6 games, and outside of a couple outlying things, for the most part, these teams have been pretty even. You go to the opener where it was 10-4 Lugnuts, and then yesterday 11-4 Lugnuts. But other than that, real close.
A native Michigander, Thomas Spurrell, ready to roll. And here comes Adam Purdy to get us going. From Concordia. Purdy so far in the Lemonade League, an on-base percentage of .520. 8 hits, 4 walks drawn. He's stolen a couple of bases. He has a couple of doubles as well. It is 7:01 p.m. Purdy lays down the bunt. Catcher Kavanaugh out to make the play, and he threw it away. Purdy heads for second. Zaid Walker to track it down out of the bullpen and get it in. And just like that, the Locos have a runner in scoring position.
Well, remember yesterday it was the Lugnuts that started fast, and after getting behind 11-0, you knew the Locos were hoping to get a better jump start today, and they've done that with a bunt from the speedster Purdy.
It goes down as a bunt single for Purdy, and then the throwing error on the catcher Kavanaugh. And now Zach Hickey steps in with a big smile on his face. He shows bunt, and there's a called strike from Renfro.
I think that's the right call on that scoring decision, Jesse. It looked like Purdy was going to beat out that throw regardless, and Kavanaugh may have been just better holding on to it, but trying to force it, get the out, and 2 bags there for Purdy.
Zach Hickey so far 2 for 15 in the Lemonade League. Big curveball swatted foul. No balls and 2 strikes against Renfro. Renfro to this point has only allowed 1 run, and that's just the 2nd hit that he's allowed. But Purdy, great speed. Adam, you mentioned this yesterday. Yesterday we did not see any runs scored in the first inning. In a game in which we saw 15 combined runs scored over the course of the game, but by and large in the Lemonade League, we see early inning offense. Hickey takes a called strike 3. He was tempted. He hung back at the last second thinking that that ball was outside, and the home plate umpire Tresiak rings him up.
Yeah, and he was frustrated yesterday with that awkward out call that happened where they said the ball hit off the knob of his bat, so he's had some rough luck as we take a look at that strikeout again.
What do you think, Adam? Is that pitch across the outside corner?
That's close. Real close. Good movement from Renfro to get it back within the area.
Michael Steigels takes a called strike. I think Dustin Renfro would say absolutely that was a strike, and I think Zach Hickey would give you a funny look.
Drew Kavanaugh would say yes, it was also a strike. So would Mitch Tresiak.
And what Tresiak says goes. Purdy's at second. Steigels foul tips it into Kavanaugh's mitt. Do you realize now that we have seen 6 pitches from Renfro, and they are all strikes? The bunt laid down by Purdy. Strike 1, strike 2, strike 3 to Hickey. Strike 1, strike 2 to Michael Steigels. Steigels flies it right center field. Walker's on the run. Diving attempt, but he can't make the catch. Purdy was cautious. He just trots over to third base. A single by Steigels.
Well, and Adam Purdy didn't get a good read on that. He could have scored, but he wasn't sure if that was going to be caught by Zaid Walker or not, so he held up, just takes the extra bag. Otherwise, the Locos would be on the board right now. Tough one to read, though, with how high it got in the air and the good speed and defense from Walker and right.
And now the batter is Cade Preston. Preston lashes the first pitch, fouled on the right side. Exactly whom the Locos want to have up right now. Preston 5 for 19 in the Lemonade League, a .263 average. He's knocked in 2. Knocked in both of those runs with the same base hit, a resounding double a couple of games ago. He has 3 doubles in the league. The pitch. Curveball up and in. There goes the runner from first base, and the throw going down trickles into center. Purdy scores from third. A throw to third is offline to get Steigels. Credit Steigels with the steal, the catcher Cavanaugh with another throwing error, and the Locos lead 1-0.
Well, yeah, a couple of mistakes here from Cavanaugh in this first inning have allowed that first run. Again, if you're going to throw that, you got to make sure that you can get it there and then know that it could be coming right back to you, but instead goes into center field, and the Locos capitalize.
The pitch to Preston. Tails off the outside corner. I wonder, Adam, in looking back on this game, if we could go double steal for Adam Purdy and Steigels. If Purdy was going to score from third base, regardless of what happened on that throw, and simply the error on Cavanaugh gives Steigels third base. That would mean a steal of home for Purdy. All the while, ball 3 to Cade Preston.
Certainly is possible, because even if that ball is thrown cleanly to Davis or Acker, it's going to be a tough play to try and come right back home and get Purdy, especially with that speed.
Renfroe lets fly on 3-1. Breaking ball served in the air to center field and shallow. Badalamenti's on the run. He's got the catch. Steigels the tag. The throw home up the line, but the tag by Cavanaugh, and it's a double play. Locos get 1 in the top of the first inning, 2 errors by the catcher. But in the end, taking the throw from Badalamenti, he's got the third out to stop a second run from scoring. To the bottom of the first inning, Jordan Patty's about to make his Lemonade League debut.
I make decisions about money. I can earn and save.
I can spend and donate. I'll spend my money well.
Education and hard work set me up to excel.
It's a recipe for success.
Should have thought about that, I guess.
Money lets me share.
I better prepare. Saving's a good lesson to learn.
Because a penny saved is a penny earned.
Teach kids how to earn, save, spend, and donate. Visit chachingusa.org.
Looking for the perfect weekend getaway? Love Lansing like a local. And we promise, you'll love Lansing just as much as we do.
As we go to the bottom half of the first inning, let's look back upon that play that ended the top of the first.
Yeah, well, Badalamenti first had to come over and catch this off the bat of Preston. Gets a 3-1 pitch. Knew he was probably getting fastball. Long track, Badalamenti grabs it, and then look at the throw. It's a little bit up the line, but Cavanaugh, after he made a couple of those mistakes earlier in the half inning, great athletic play, stretches that arm out, and is able to get the tag on Steigels. Excellent job to hold the Locos to just 1 run in that first inning by the Lugnuts defense.
And now here come the Lugnuts. Davis, Connolly, and Morrow coming up against this steed for the Locos. Craig Paladar is the catcher. Preston's at first, Compton at second, Ruddock at short, and Henley's the third baseman. In the outfield, McCormack plays left, Purdy's in center, Steigels is in right. And the man on the mound, the right-hander, Jordan Patty.
Yeah, Patty's a Midland native, just about 20 minutes to the east of Mount Pleasant. Of course, plays for Jordan Bishel up at Central Michigan, and a converted position player, did both in high school, started his career as a position player at CMU, and has moved into the pitching role the last couple of seasons.
And he lets fly to Darren Davis. Swing and a miss. Darren Davis hitting .444, an on-base percentage of .577. What a force he's been. And right through another fastball. Stadium radar gun reading 93 miles per hour. Darren Davis may need a timeout. Adjust the batting gloves. Right back in. And here you go with the 0-2. Line shot, base hit center field. 96 miles an hour, says the radar gun. But Davis timed it up beautifully.
Jordan Patty just simply said, I'm going to crank in fastball, fastball, fastball. Be aggressive. Davis said, listen, it's your first time in this league where I've been raking. I'm going to take this and square it up. And Davis continues to get on base and have a great start offensively in the Lemonade League.
And now here's Mark Connolly, but first the pickoff throw just to check on Davis. Darren Davis has wiped 3 bags this year. His teammates combined have 33 steals. He's not running. Mark Connolly flies it to center field. Backs up Purdy, but he's got the play and the shadow of the video board to make the catch. Davis back to first. 1 gone.
You talked about it in that top half of the inning. Dustin Renfro started off with 8 straight strikes thrown. Same thing so far with Jordan Patty. He's hauled in 4 straight pitches in the zone. So throwing strikes, that's the name of the game when you're on the mound, and especially so far in the Lemonade League. You put it in there, you have to swing at it.
Locos leading 1-0. But here's the home run hitter from yesterday. The pitch coming up to Andrew Morrow. How about the breaking ball to start him off on a called strike?
First time we've seen that breaking ball from Patty. It's a good matchup right here. 2 guys that have certainly seen each other.
Morrow swings right through it. Now the count 0-2.
It would be amazing if we just peeked around and could see how many times each of these players have faced off or
Pickoff throw, Davis back in.
played against each other, whether high school or collegiately, because most of them are local guys or some connection to the state of Michigan.
Andrew Morrow from out of state fouls it back. Out of Nebraska, but playing just down the road.
Out of state, but has come to play collegiately here. Some guys grew up in Ohio, I believe, have come up here. Some guys grew up here and then have chosen to go out of state collegiately.
Got the native Illinoisan Zaid Walker on deck. Davis safe again.
We've talked about Drew Kavanaugh, how he's getting ready to attend a JUCO down in Florida.
Oh, the Midlander, Patty, spins, throws, and no tag applied by Preston. You've got the CMU combo there with Kate Preston at first base, and the man on the mound, Jordan Patty. Zach Hickey, also from Central Michigan, getting the DH duties today for the Locos. There goes Davis, the pitch fouled back.
Yeah, otherwise, right across the diamond, you could have third, pitching mound, and first, all Chippewas. But Henley over there today. And what is that, 5 CMU guys now in the league?
A couple of Chippewas in the pen. We saw Aaron Houston yesterday working in relief for the Locos. We might see Logan Butchkowski working in relief for the Lugnuts today. Davis doesn't run, and again, Morrow fouls it away. So you've got that strong Central Michigan flavor. 4 Michigan State Spartans. Andrew Morrow, Zaid Walker waiting on deck. We saw Jesse Heikkinen, and Gabe Sotres getting the day off. Breaking ball, and Morrow takes ball 1.
Still not topping the Saginaw Valley State Cardinals, though, with 8 representatives in the league. They lead all universities and colleges.
great LCC star contingent as well. Davis doesn't run. Morrow pops it up right field. Steigels went out. Now he comes in. But it's the second baseman, Compton, who makes the catch right in front of him. Trying to fire it in behind the runner, Davis. Darren got back in. It was clear right off the bat that Michael Steigels maybe had not picked that ball up off contact, and Compton bailed him out.
That was the case yesterday with a couple of fly balls later in the game where Steigels and Preston couldn't find it over there. And what a play by Ben Compton.
2 outs for Patty. That one gets away from Paladar. Davis jogs up to second base. Ball 1 to Zaid Walker. Walker hitting 5 for 22 in the Lemonade League. A .227 batting average, but he has a double, and when he gets on, he has stolen 7 bases. Walker takes ball 2. The Lugnuts are down by a run, looking for that 2-out score to tie up the game. Davis, great speed at second. There's a strike at the knees.
That's a big pitch right there from Patty. Get behind Walker, 2-0s. Able to square up balls real well with his bat. Good pitch there on the outer half.
Still a hitter's count. Walker shoots it foul, right past his first base coach.
This might be breaking ball time, Jesse. Hasn't seen it yet. Back in the count, 2-2. If you miss, you still have the 3-2 pitch to come back to.
The signal from the Lansing Community College catcher, Craig Paladar. Patty agrees. Here you go on 2-2. It is the breaking ball, but he left it high. Well, now likely that low to mid-90s Jordan Patty fastball against a fastball hitter in Walker. Fastball high, he walked him. And the Lugnuts have runners at first and second base with 2 outs for Joey Paywan.
Now batting for left fielder number 2, Joey Paywan.
Paywan, as of yet, has not truly found his hitting stroke in the Lemonade League. First pitch coming in this at-bat. Strike on the inside corner. Paywan just 1 for 12. Now he's helped out in other ways. He's drawn 3 walks, he's stolen 2 bases, he's played fine defense in the outfield. A really good base runner. Check swing on the high fastball on appeal, did not go. One of the great hitters for Madonna. Paywan attended Allen Park. Davis at second, Walker at first. Great speed for the Lugnuts, and they could try to execute a double steal. On 1-1. Down and in.
Jesse, you got either of those nicknames, Allen Park or Madonna? Testing you early here.
I do not. But I've heard both of them before in the past. Madonna's not the Bulldogs, are they?
They are the Crusaders.
Crusaders. 3 balls and a strike for Paywan.
How cool would this be to be in high school and be the Jaguars? The Allen
Did
Park
you say the Jaguars?
Jaguars.
Not the Jaguars?
Jaguars. Wars.
It's something I enjoy. Jaguar, Jaguar. 3-1. Paywan right through it. Challenged him. Drew Cavanaugh waits on deck. If Patty misses his spot here, the bases will be loaded for the young catcher. Peiwan waits, and he'll keep on waiting. Do you know Eastern Florida State's mascot? Because I don't. Here you go with the payoff. Got him swinging. The strikeout for Patty is his first in the Lemonade League. And he pitches around the single and the walk. He strands two. We go to the second. Adam will do his research. It's 1-0 Locos. While the Lugnuts' actual 25th anniversary will have to wait until 2021, you can still purchase a piece of history. Limited quantities of the 25th anniversary bobblehead series presented by Sparrow, Physicians Health Plan, and Michigan Student Aid are available right now. This set features former Lugnuts greats Mark Pryor, Noah Syndergaard, Bo Bichette, and Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Supplies are limited, so order yours online at LansingLugnuts.com.
When you think about it, there are lots of reasons to buy a new home. And with mortgage rates this low at LAFCU, it's all you need to make your move. Because you may not have the space for anything else, but there's always room for a great mortgage rate from LAFCU. Want a low mortgage rate for your new home? Ask for LAFCU. Stop in today or go to LAFCU.com/mortgage. LAFCU, your credit union for life.
White Claw Hard Seltzer, a wave of refreshment. Crafted using our unique Brew Pure process. Made pure. Nothing tastes like White Claw Hard Seltzer.
One inning down, let's go to the second from Cooley Law School Stadium. Lemonade League Baseball. Here comes Alex McCormack against the right-hander Dustin Renfro. McCormack, Paladar, and Henley, 5, 6, 7 in the Locos order. Dustin Renfro's first pitch of the second inning. Off speed, loop to right field. That is off the glove of the diving Walker, and it kicks away into the right field corner. McCormack with speed. He's around second. He rushes for third, slides in without a throw. McCormack is safely in, and that's a triple.
Well, the bats have woken up here to start this game for the Locos. Kind of taken off where they left off yesterday. They got those 3 runs in the 7th. They've continued that with aggressive swings. Already 3 hits against Dustin Renfro.
Now Craig Paladar. In the first inning, Adam Purdy laid down a bunt single. Eventually came around to score on a double steal. Paladar takes. Strike called on the inside corner. And that, by the way, the 6th triple in the Lemonade League. Curveball grounded hard right down to third. Well done by Connolly holding the runner and getting the out at first base. 1 down. Now here's Brock Henley. Can Henley bring in McCormack? Off speed down low. Renfro has been a ground ball pitcher thus far in the Lemonade League. Fires. Curveball bouncing in again. Henley, meanwhile, 3 for 9 in his 5 games played in the league. Plus, he's drawn 5 walks. So in other words, you've got to give it to him in the strike zone. Otherwise, he does not help out the pitcher on 2-0. Inside for ball 3.
Well, and he's not helping out the pitcher here. Got himself a good count, and would be surprised if he's swinging away here.
Let's see. Red light in effect. Yes, it is.
Got Owen Ruddock waiting on deck, who had a big game yesterday. So even though this is the bottom part of the order for Dustin Renfroe to face, still some very capable hitters for the Locos.
Hitter's pitch on 3-1. Big curveball to the outside corner.
What a pitch. Down 3-0, pumps into strike, and then comes back with that curve on the outside.
Here comes the payoff. There's another breaking ball for a called strike 3. Henley frozen. The second strikeout for Renfroe. How about on 3-1 and 3-2 going to the hook? Let's take another look at this big breaker.
Well, he went right back to that same spot, coming in across the plate. Henley has a chance to look at it. Same spot, outside corner, beautiful pitch.
Now on Ruddock. There's the breaking ball. Does not bounce far enough away from Kavanaugh. Ball 1.
Well, this would be the second straight inning potentially for Renfroe to hold a runner at third base, not allow him to come in, and outside of the couple of errors in the first, that's the only run that came home was Purdy.
Leadoff triple by McCormack, and he's still stuck at third base. Off speed down and away. It was a good game yesterday for Owen Ruddock. He was 2 for 4. He had a double, albeit he was thrown out overrunning second base. And in his final at bat, he had himself a 2-run single. Ruddock here takes a ball outside. Well, Renfroe went 3-0 on Henley, and then threw strike 1, strike 2, and strike 3. He went fastball, curve, curve on 3-0. There's strike 1.
So now we should get curveball, curveball on the outside corner to wrap up this at bat.
Well, that was the soft stuff on the inside corner. Let's see what Kavanaugh asks for. Well, he lost him. Ruddock down to first base. That is the first walk given out by Renfroe.
Now batting the second baseman, number 4, Ben Compton.
Brings up the Olivet Comet, Ben Compton. He is the only player in the Lemonade League who you will see. Brings with him the red batting helmet up there to home plate. Ruddock at first, McCormack at third. And the pickoff, though, just to check on him. Compton came up late in yesterday's game and pinch hit a single. Came around to score in that 3-run bottom of the 7th for the Locos. Strike on the outside corner. We already saw Compton's glove. Made himself a fine running catch in the bottom of the first. 0-1. Curveball lined foul down the right side. Baseball off into the bleachers.
Well, this is much better from Dustin Renfroe. You mentioned it, got behind the last two batters 3-0, was able to come back against Henley, but now you're up 0-2. You've got that breaking ball that he's been able to place effectively so far. So options here on what to do with Compton.
Ruddock at first, he walked. McCormack at third, he tripled. 2 outs. 0-2. What a leaping play made by Kavanaugh. Ruddock takes off for second, and the throw airmailed. McCormack comes in to score. 2-0 Locos.
I mean, I don't understand it, Jesse. It's the same thing as the first. I think just hold on to that, especially after you had the wildness in the first inning. And instead of potentially getting out of the inning, you give up a run that may not have scored.
That is the third error of the game, committed by the catcher Kavanaugh. Meanwhile, the Cat goes to 2 balls and 2 strikes on Compton.
And it's a learning opportunity for him, which is what this league's all about. And he's a guy that getting ready for his first year at JUCO. Gets the start today behind the plate, and he's just made a couple of mistakes.
Breaking ball off a broken bat, grounded to short. Darren Davis with the play over. Side retired. However, the Locos add to their lead. 1 hit, 1 walk, 1 run, 1 runner left on, 1 run scoring throwing error. Going to the bottom of the second, 2-0 Locos.
Listen, you can hear it. Different voices, a whole new spirit. Ooh, people working together from every walk of life, making changes for the better. We've come so far. Look where we are. It's a whole new attitude. Yeah, things are changing. We're celebrating people like me and you. We're making it happen day by day. We're making it happen our own way. You can sing your song here, 'cause you belong here. Lansing, we're making it happen.
The proud son of an immigrant father, John Hernandez found his own path through a field of smoke. When wildfires threatened communities, John jumped into danger, fighting through fear and fatigue until the fire was contained. John found his fighting spirit in one of the most dangerous jobs in the world, a job few are willing to do. Since 1925, we've proved that it doesn't matter where you come from, it matters what you're made of. Modelo, brewed for those with a fighting spirit.
A run for the Locos in the first and another in the second, as Jordan Patty comes out there to toe the rubber for the bottom of the second. His teammates have given him a 2-0 lead. Drew Kavanaugh has had himself a rough couple of defensive half innings. The catcher has committed 3 errors. Here's his first at-bat of the game. Jammed on the pitch, grounded toward third. Henley a charging play, not in time to first. Kavanaugh with the infield single.
Well, you know, there was nobody else in that dugout as much as Drew Kavanaugh that wanted to come out and redeem himself for a couple of the mistakes that he's made. Excellent job. Get the bat on the ball. Doesn't leave the infield, but that doesn't matter. It goes down as a base hit. Great hustle out of the box, and the Lugnuts have their leadoff man on.
I wonder, because he's a Lugnut, does that mean that he's going to try to steal? There's a fastball outside to Van Acker.
Well, as you have finally broken it down in the statistics for this league, I believe the Lugnuts have had pretty good success.
What's this finally? We're just 6 games into the league. We've got more games to go. Acker skies it foul down the right side. The Lugnuts do not yet have a stolen base in this game, which is weird. They're stealing about 7 bases a game. They've got 33 steals right now. The Locos have 9. Acker right through it. Count 1 ball and 2 strikes. You know, Adam, we talk about these players, all the players who go to the same high school, the Ann Arbor Skyline connection, DeWitt connection, Grand Ledge connection. How about the Eden Rapids Greyhounds connection? The pitch to Acker. Down he goes on strikes, back pick to first base. Kavanaugh is safe. Acker is out, but
don't tell the people he struck out, Jesse.
Van Acker from Eden Rapids. Adam Jackson by my side from Eden Rapids.
No, Van's got a great family. Rick Acker's the head baseball coach at Eaton Rapids, very involved with the athletics programs there.
Line drive, left field, base hit Jake Rydquist. Up to second base goes Kavanaugh. The Jake Rydquist fan club is heard from out beyond the left field wall. By the way, that ends what has been such a weird streak for Rydquist, in which every single plate appearance for him had been either a walk or a strikeout. Jake Badalamenti takes a strike in the outside corner. Rydquist, before that single, had been 0 for 4 with 4 strikeouts and 6 walks. He's at first, Kavanaugh's at second. Lugnuts trailing 2-0. Badalamenti fouls it back.
Well, both pitchers have been pretty good today. Patty and Renfro working with guys on base. Patty allowed a couple guys to reach in the first. He was able to get the strikeout to end that first inning, and now trying to work out of a small jam in the second.
Jake Badalamenti batting 9th in the order from Wayne State. That just missed the outside corner. All the while, the catcher Paladar keeping a close eye on these runners. Darren Davis waiting on deck. Pitcher's pitch. Tailing away. Jordan Patty, one of those pitchers we've seen like Jesse Heikkinen or a Brendan Belkovic. Once he gets to 2 strikes, you're in trouble. Badalamenti fights it foul off the netting to stay up there.
By the way, I think it's very convenient that the Locos, they lose 3 games for the first time in this league in a row. And, oh, by the way, we're going to bring in a new pitcher, and he's going to start this game to see if he can help us get back in the win column.
Right?
I like that from the Locos.
Kavanaugh at second, Rydquist at first. The pitch for Badalamenti. Breaking ball hangs high. Cam View, the pitching coach for the Locos, had been lobbying for some more pitching assistants.
Weird, a pitching coach lobbying for more pitching assistants.
First time I've ever heard of that. 3-2. Drill to right center field. Back goes Steigels. He's got the catch. At second base, the tag by Kavanaugh. A throw to third is late. At first base, Rydquist took a couple of hard steps towards second just in case. Badalamenti's the second out, and runners are at the corners for the top of the order.
Just good baseball all around there. Play is made by Steigels, quickly gets it in. And then Henley quickly gets to the ball, making sure that he's aware of Rydquist, who is looking to potentially sneak up to second. You can see the awareness from all the guys trying to get that extra step.
Strike one on the inside corner to Darren Davis.
And that's what it's about, Jesse. You kind of always have to be thinking ahead. What play is next? What is the situation? It's ever changing in the game of baseball.
That is also called a strike, working that inside corner.
All right, so what does Patty do here? Remember, he got off 0-2 against Davis before and then pounded in a fastball right across the plate, and Davis smoked it out to center. What does he do now?
Here it comes. Darren Davis bounces to shortstop. Safe at second base is the call. Ruddock with a miscommunication with Compton at the bag. That allowed Rydquist to get in there. Kavanaugh scores. Lugnuts are on the scoreboard.
I want to see this one again if we can. You got Ruddock, who is looking to flip it to Compton, but Compton wasn't at the bag yet. And when Ruddock realized that Compton wasn't at the bag yet, he then said, oh, no, I got to get there myself. Great job running by Rydquist to beat it out.
Now with Davis at first, Rydquist at second. It extends the inning for Mark Connolly.
So here is that replay one more time. You can see Compton wasn't at the bag. I don't know if he was expecting the ball to get flipped. And Ruddock there was too late.
Meanwhile, Jordan Patty's out in front of Mark Connolly. No balls and 2 strikes.
What do you go there at second? Is that an error?
No, that's an infield single.
Okay.
Connolly flares it foul and out of play. Now let's say the shortstop Ruddock had actually thrown it to Compton at second base. You could make the case fielder's choice. But because he never threw it, because he held it and he ran to the bag himself, when safe was the call, that is an RBI infield single for Darren Davis.
How about that?
Connolly flied out to the center fielder Purdy his first time. on 0-2. Buried.
And again, give credit to Rydquist, hustling that out at second base, sliding in, beating the tag of the bag from Ruddock, and that gets the Lugnuts on the board.
Here it comes. This is again fly to center field. And for a second time, Adam Purdy retires Connolly. The inning is over. But the Lugnuts are on the scoreboard, and they shouldn't be. What should have been an inning-ending ground out turns into an RBI single for Darren Davis. We go to the third, Lugnuts trailing 2-1. Nuts and Bolts is the official team store of your Lansing Lugnuts. Conveniently located on the concourse behind home plate, Nuts and Bolts is everything even the biggest Lugnuts fan would need. Nuts and Bolts is open before, during, and after all Lemonade League games. So stop in, check out all the great Lugnuts, Locos, Lemonade League gear. Check it out right today. You can also visit online via lugnuts.milbstore.com. And our item of the homestand, the new Dry Fit t-shirts. Outfit the whole family. So it's the Nuts and Bolts store. Check out these items of the homestands, the Lemonade League shirts. Beautiful with the logos, the two different logos to choose from. That's the Nuts and Bolts store.
Trees swaying in the summer breeze.
Every act, every gesture counts right now. Because together, it all makes a difference. And staying committed to the health of our communities is everything. Which is why Blue Cross will remain committed to you, ensuring you can get the care you need with resources like virtual doctor visits and our 24-hour nurse line. You'll have access wherever and whenever you need it. Blue Cross will stay by your side for whatever comes next.
Good game so far in the 7th of the Lemonade League. 2-1 our score. Locos in front. One run in the first, another in the second. Adam Jackson, Jesse Goldberg-Strassler back with you, streaming live. Locos trying to snap a 3-game skid. Adam Purdy, the first run to come in today and the first base hit. Hits this one on the infield left side for Davis. And Davis just gets the speedy Purdy out number 1. It's the second time today Purdy has swung on the first pitch and put it in play. I suppose made contact with the first pitch as he bunted for a single in that opening at bat. Zach Hickey, the Central Michigan Chippewa now. He got caught looking for strike 3 in that first inning. First pitch from Renfroe. Renfroe has given up 3 hits, a couple of singles, and the triple to Alex McCormick. But limited the damage, a couple of runs, and that's because of 3 errors. 2 balls, no strikes. Drew Cavanaugh has made some throwing mistakes behind the plate. That helped the first run come in, and then helped the second run come in. Has been base runners, but overall, Renfroe's pitched pretty well. Right on cue behind 3-0, though, to Zach Hickey. Zach just 2 for 16 to start off in the Lemonade League. Swinging away at 3-0. That was a similar play, what we saw yesterday, where the ball kicked in front. It hit off the knob of Hickey's bat, then came back, hit the catcher, which at that time was Craig Paladar, then hit Hickey in the leg and went out in fair play. An home plate umpire, Thomas Burrell, said fair ball. Paladar then tagged out Hickey, and he was out. Fifth pitch. And we'll go full count.
They've got the replay all ready as well. This is Adam Purdy running it out. The very first play of this inning. How close is that at first base?
Yeah, really close. Good throw from Davis. And Purdy hustling down the line. 3-2. Breaking ball stays away. And Zach Hickey reaches.
He's been waiting for those, Adam. Hickey has been called out on strikes more than his fair share of time in the Lemonade League.
That's the fifth walk drawn by Zach Hickey. A guy that doesn't strike out a lot, just 3 times with that strikeout earlier. Now it's Michael Steigels, the Oakland Golden Grizzly. Fastball for strike 1. Steigels reached with a base hit in his opening at bat. A 1. Popped up to center. Badalamenti underneath of it. 2 outs. Well, how about the news today that we got, Jesse, in the Lemonade League? 2 more games added to the schedule. Initially, the schedule came out. We were expecting to play 17 games. Then they added 1 more Thursday in to make it 18. And then today, officially, 2 more games added, August 21st and the 22nd. Here's Cade Preston.
I love it. Play as much baseball as they can.
Absolutely. So that'll be a 7 o'clock game on the 21st, that Friday, in a couple of weeks. And then Saturday to wrap up the league as of now. If there's not more games added, that'll be a 1 o'clock game on the 22nd. There's a strike poured in, 1-1 on Preston.
All a dream executed by Greg Kiger. And Cade Preston was the very first player to reach out and say, I want to play in this Lemonade League.
His Chippewa contingent had followed suit. He whacks this one deep out to left. Peiwan going back, looking up, and it's home run number 1 for the Locos. Cade Preston goes yard, and the Locos extend their lead.
Well, Cade Preston has some kind of power, taking Dustin Renfroe out on a home run hill and left.
We saw the first home run of the league yesterday for Andrew Morrow and the Lugnuts. Today, it's Cade Preston for the Locos. A 2-run shot to make it 4-1. Well, that's a pretty good answer for a run that, you know, the Locos will probably bummed to give up in the bottom half of the last inning. Looked like they had out number 3. They get the 2-run shot here. Alex McCormick in. 1-0. Good breaking ball.
Adam, let's go back. Let's have a look at that Cade Preston home run.
Big swing here as he got behind it. McCormick sends one out to left, and that one falls in front of Peiwan. He's rounding first into second, standing up. Back-to-back extra base hits for the Locos.
What a game Alex McCormick is building here. Triple that he pulled to right field. Now he goes opposite field for the 2-bagger.
And Renfroe's starting to get hit pretty hard here. Before that, he gave up a pretty big swing to Steigels out to deep center. So on cue, Riley McCauley coming out, the pitching coach for the Lugnuts. 5 hits for the Locos, and 3 have been extra base hits. 2 from McCormick. As Jesse just mentioned, a triple-double and that home run from Preston. Much better start today for the Locos. They got behind 11-0 yesterday before finally getting their first run in the 5th. Tacked on 3 more in the 7th, but wasn't enough. Craig Paladar takes ball 1. Grounded out to Connolly at 3rd. Pitch from Renfro. Swing and a miss. Good change of pace. Palador, the sophomore out of Lansing Community College. Attended Wadsworth High School. Trying to come up with a 2-out hit to score McCormack. Reaches down to get this one. Connolly in foul territory makes the catch. And that'll get us through the top of the 3rd, but a 2-run shot from Cade Preston. First home run from the Locos. They've jumped out to a 3-run advantage.
Corona is the original cerveza más fina of Mexico. And since 1925, it's been made with the finest ingredients. And most of all, with our heritage and our pride. In 1981, we didn't just bring a beer to the States. We brought our way of life. Because when you're proud of what you do, you want to share it with the world. Corona, we share more than a beer. We share the same history.
All right, it's time for Laugh Q Trivia, presented by, guess who? Laugh Q, your credit union for life. Let's get that trivia question. Who was the first former Lugnuts player to be named Lugnuts manager?
Adam, do you know this one?
Yes, I do.
I do as well. Let's see. Let's have those choices brought up there on the screen.
All right. Chris Schaefer, A. B. Luis Hurtado, C. Alexis Maldonado.
So
A, B, or C?
Which one of those former Lugnuts players was the very first to be named a Lansing Lugnuts manager? Every single week, you can answer the Laugh Q trivia question. Do you know how, Adam?
Yes, you go to www.milb.com/Lansing/fans/contests to answer and enter. Tell us who was a former player for the Lugnuts and was a former player and then was a manager or is a manager.
Beautiful.
Two-run home run from Cade Preston, extending the Locos' lead to 4-1. And now his Chippewa teammate back out on the hill. First pitch to Andrew Morrow, fouled back. Cade Preston's teammate would be Jordan Patty, who's making his Lemonade League debut. Just added to the league today and gets the start. Hoping to help end this 3-game losing streak for the Locos. Yesterday falling 11-4, and then 5-4 last week, 7-4 the game before that. 0-2 on Morrow. You have to go all the way back to a week from today, last Thursday, the last time that the Locos picked up a win, won 8-5 against the Lugnuts. So trying to get back in the win column and pick up their 3rd victory. That one bounces off Morrow.
Now that said, Adam, we've looked over the statistical difference between these teams. They are virtually indistinguishable with the exception of 2 key areas. One of them, stolen bases. Andrew Morrow personifying that. The Lugnuts steal so many more bases than the Locos. The other one is double play balls.
0-2. Back up the middle. Can Compton get to it? Throws. Not quite in time. Good effort from the second baseman.
And here we go. Andrew Morrow is on. Will he try to take second?
It's the 5th base hit for the Lugnuts. He does 5 steals does Morrow behind his teammate Walker, who's got 7, and who steps in now. Those two lead the league in swipes. This one is cracked out to deep center. Purdy going back towards the wall. It's a straightaway center field shot, home run. Zaid Walker, and the Lugnuts are within a run.
We are talking about a 20-foot tall wall, 400 feet away from home plate. And you can understand Zaid stomping on home plate after that emphatic homer.
Yesterday it was his teammate Morrow. Today it's Walker, and that ball was crushed. Straightaway center field, got the fastball and didn't miss it.
Here's the replay. Zaid standing in that batter's box, and he hits this ball a long, long way. That wall is 20 feet tall in dead center field, and the baseball clears it.
What's more impressive, Jesse? Morrow yesterday going opposite field over the 20-foot wall, or the straightaway center field over the 20-foot wall today?
I think it's Walker, because I think that Morrow home run was a little bit him swinging late on a fastball away. And this is Walker swinging at the exact right time and catching every bit of it.
Swing and a miss from Joey Paywan, and it's 0-2. You go out over right field, 337. You go out over center field, dead center, over 400 feet. Impressive swing. Strike 3 called, outside corner. There's the first out of this third inning. Third strikeout for Jordan Patty. So now Drew Cavanaugh, who's got a base hit, legged down an infield single on the first pitch he saw in the second. Fouls that off. Jordan Patty was having a good season here in 2020 before Central Michigan's year got postponed, just like everybody else's, due to COVID-19. Breaking ball in for strike 2. He had a 3-0 record in 4 starts for CMU and led the team and the Mid-American Conference with a .72 ERA. Pretty good through 25 innings of work. Opponents only batting .142 against him. He had racked up 17 strikeouts and a MAC Pitcher of the Week award. This is lifted out to left center field, running away from Purdy. It'll get towards the wall. Sliding stop from Purdy, but it's another extra base hit. Drew Cavanaugh is 2 for 2.
We are seeing these batters lay the lumber.
You know what this third inning is? This is the Lugnuts hitters saying, listen, we've won 3 in a row. You can't just bring in a new pitcher to this league and think you're going to get away with it. And they have been pounding a couple of balls here. Home run, double. That one's whacked foul by Van Acker. 3 hits in this third inning, 2 runs already in. Now the Lugnuts out hitting the Locos 6-5. But the Locos leading in the column that counts most. 0-1 from Patty. This is hit hard out to center. Purdy running in, makes the catch. Cavanaugh won't tag, 2 down.
Adam Purdy is getting himself a workout.
He's flying left and right and back. And after he's legged out a couple of balls that he's put in play, beat out the infield bunt, or the bunt single. Then he had a ground ball go to short that he nearly was able to beat out. Speedster doing a ton. Patty trying to get out of this inning with only 2 given up. Jake Rydquist to guess who? Adam Purdy closes his mitt on the baseball, and that'll get us through the 4th, but a 2-run straightaway shot to center from Zaid Walker. Locos lead by just a run.
A new day dawns and we greet it with gratitude. thankful for the heroes on the front lines taking big risks daily to keep us safe. We at Dean Transportation stand at the ready with them, supporting our communities in their time of need. We've been delivering food and medical supplies, volunteering our time, and boosting morale to keep spirits high. Our passengers may have temporarily changed, but our commitment to transporting your most precious cargo has never wavered. Dean Transportation, working together, delivering the good.
It is time to play the Bus Stops Here, brought to you by our terrific friends at Dean Transportation. All right, you at home. Adam Jackson to my left, keep your eye on that Dean Trailways bus. Started in the middle. And now here go those caps flying around. Adam, you usually very good at this. Like, what do you bat with the Dean Trailways bus shuffle?
Well, I'm going to tell you, I'm not going to get this one. I took my eyes off it, but I'm usually pretty good.
You know how they say keep your eyes on the ball?
Yeah.
Keep your eyes on the bus.
Yeah, I didn't keep my eye on the bus or the hat.
All right. But you there at home, are you still watching that hat? Do you know which hat it's under? 1, 2, or 3. Make your choice.
Random guess 3. I'm going 3.
It was hat number 3. Adam Jackson.
33% chance, Jesse.
Did you win at home? That's the Bus Stops Here, brought to us by our terrific friends at Dean Transportation.
What a game we've had so far. Fireworks through the first 3 innings. 4-3 lead for the Locos. Alongside Jesse Goldberg-Strassler, Adam Jackson back with you at Cooley Law School Stadium. A 2-home run inning. First time in Lemonade League history. Jesse, you are all over the historics of this league. 2 home runs in 1 inning. The top half from Cade Preston, 2-run shot. In the bottom half, Zaid Walker, also a 2-run shot. And after we hadn't seen a home run in this league until yesterday in the 6th game, how about that? 2 today, some big swings in that 3rd inning.
We just needed these bats to warm up a little bit. Now that the batters are all warmed up, get ready for some more power.
All right, let's see if we get some power from the bottom third of the Locos order. Brock Henley, Owen Ruddock, and Ben Compton. And it's still Dustin Renfro getting ready to pitch his 4th inning of work. Each starter still in the game for the Locos and the Lugs.
That said, Adam, I see the right-hander Elliot Patton is beginning to warm up in the Lugnuts pen.
What a debut he had a couple of games ago for the Lugnuts. And it looks like we're waiting a little long for Van Acker. Come on, man. We got a baseball game to play here, kid. Looks like he's all ready to go.
Chance to hear more of Brock Henley's walk-up.
A good one. Renfro's first pitch of the 4th. Slides inside. Henley struck out looking in his first at bat. And we've got time called as a baseball comes out. A yellow baseball from the bullpen area down there, and then when the ball was tossed back, it got stuck in the tarp. So some extra work for Elliot Patton, but he's tracked it down. Breaking ball falls in for strike 1.
You know, every time there's a tarp pull, how many baseballs you discover? It's kind of like, you know, change in the cushions of a couch.
Yeah, it's amazing what you can find under things that you haven't moved in a while. Are there any fish under that tarp? Pitch 4 from Renfro, and it's 2-2. You can watch our streams on YouTube and Facebook, Vimeo. The links are live on the Lugnuts Twitter account, but if you're just joining us for the first time, 7 games in, I'd like to tell you about the Lemonade League, how we got here. 2-2. Breaking ball stays up. It was all created by the Lugnuts here after the MILB season was canceled, trying to find a way to get baseball in, and along with MILB, a lot of the wooden bat leagues collegiately were canceled as well. Flied out to Rydquist, foul territory, and he snow cones for the first down.
That includes the venerable Cape Cod League,
which is very high regarded. So a lot of those leagues getting canceled, and quickly Greg Kygar and the staff here put out interest of a potential league, and here we are. All college guys, D1, D2, D3, NAIA, JUCO. Anybody around the area that wanted to play. Owen Ruddock takes the pitch high. And we got two teams together. And here we are in Game 7. So an opportunity for all these guys to get back out and play after their seasons were canceled in the spring. That's a called strike. When life gives you lemons,
make a lemonade league.
That's right. That's fouled back. Ruddock today walked in that second inning. So some different rules. We play 7 innings here. We don't play 9, and we don't have ties and extra innings if it's tied after 7, which we have not had yet. We will go into a home run derby swing off. One player from each team for 60 seconds. The baseballs, like lemons, are yellow. 1-2 is chopped hard to short. Davis has it, throws, and that one gets away, but good backup job by Kavanaugh. Single for Owen Ruddock. Davis did everything he could there. That ball was hit hard, and Ruddock was motoring down the line. 6 hits now for the Locos. We've been told trades could potentially happen as well, so keeping things interesting. And again, learning a new rule today that if you've lost a few games in a row, just go to the out-of-the-league bullpen, bring in a new pitcher, like the Locos have done, and so far, it's paid off. They're up 4-3.
You would argue, too, one of Central Michigan University's best pitchers.
Yes. Jordan Patty pitched some very important games last season, and an unforgettable year for the Chippewas. This is Ben Compton at the plate. He's had 2 balls, no strikes. Well, we've had at least 1 run in every inning so far. Locos with 1 in the first. Each team got a run in the second. And then each team got 2 runs in the third. Compton has 3 balls to his name. Sophomore out of Olivet, just down the road south of Lansing. Swinging away at 3-0.
Well, the thing of it is, Dustin Renfro, when he goes 3-0, unlike a lot of pitchers, rarely gives the batter a fastball to hit.
And as we've seen, he's been comfortable at times down 3-0. Came back to strike out Brock Henley in the second. Now 3-1. What does he come to with Compton here?
Watch for that fastball.
Sent out. The breaking ball hit to deep center and caught by Badalamenti for the second out. So 2 down, and that brings up Adam Purdy as we go back to the top of the card. It's been a battle between Purdy and Davis for who leads the league in hits, and each tied at 9. Purdy getting that leadoff bunt single to open up this game, and Darren Davis actually has 2 hits today. So Purdy now trails by 1. He's got 9 hits. Davis has 10. So can he even the score here? Renfro's 0-1. Sent out to shallow left. Paywan coming in. Davis out. It's Paywan with his cap flying off. And he makes the catch with some cheers in the outfield to get us through 3.5. Still 4-3 Locos at Cooley Law School Stadium. Hey fans, want a chance to be featured on a Lemonade League broadcast and to win an all-inclusive Lugnut Suite experience from Farm Bureau? Submit a video of you, your family, your friends, or shoot even your dog or cat singing Take Me Out to the Ball Game. How do you enter? It's simple. Go to www.milb.com/Lansing/fans/contest. Send us your videos of Take Me Out to the Ball Game. We move to the bottom of the fourth, still a one-run lead for the Locos, and still Jordan Patty on the mound. Both starters trying to go through 4 innings. Dustin Renfro has made it through 4, giving up those 4 runs and 6 hits, racking up a couple of strikeouts. Jordan Patty has gone through 3 innings, allowing also 6 hits. He's racked up 3 strikeouts. Each guy has given up a home run. 9-1-2 for the Lugnuts. Badalamenti, Davis, and Conley. Badalamenti today, as you see, 0 for 1, flied out to right to Michael Steigels. Back in the second. That one gets away for ball 1 from Jordan Patty. Fastball low, 2-0. Jesse mentioned Jordan Patty being one of the better pitchers for the Chippewas. Again, a guy that came to Central Michigan, was strictly a position player, then converted into strictly a pitcher. Made that full go change last year. So this one's popped up. Steigels is there, 1 down. Last year, Central Michigan won the MAC regular season in Jordan Bischel's first year, and then for the first time since 1995, also won the MAC tournament championship in his first year. In that MAC championship, they defeated the Ball State Cardinals. Who was on the hill to pitch that game? The man that's on the hill tonight, Jordan Patty. Starts off Darren Davis with a ball. He also, coincidentally, was on the hill to clinch the MAC regular season title against the Miami Redhawks. So, I think he handles those big moments pretty well. This is line to left. McCormick. It's over his head and heading towards the wall. Davis is in, standing up at second. He's got a 3-hit game.
Adam, I think that ball took off on McCormack in left field. He had no idea how hard Davis had hit it.
You're exactly right, Jesse, because McCormack started backpedaling as if he thought he was going to ease into a catch, and then quickly realized that wasn't the case, had to turn and sprint, but it was too late. What a swing by Davis. 2 singles, scored a run, now a double. Brought in a run, rather. He's the tying run in this game. What can Mark Connolly do? 0 for 2 tonight. A couple of flyouts to Adam Purdy in center. 1-0. Good pitch on that outside corner.
We have seen this Davis-Connolly combination before. It was not all that long ago. Tie game late. Davis crushed one to right center, and then Connolly singled him in.
Off speed, stays away. 2 balls and a strike on the freshman out of LCC.
Adam, I had asked Aaron Davis if he ever wanted to participate in the home run derby if and when there was one, and he had said he didn't have the juice. I don't know. That's some kind of opposite field power that he just showed off.
He also gave you that answer before we had seen the league's first home run. So
that's right.
Maybe now that he's seen a couple fly out, I wonder if he's got a different answer, even though they haven't been off his bat. 2-2 from Patty. Fouled back by Conley. We've seen our fair share of extra base hits tonight. The ball has been flying, Jesse. A couple of doubles for the Lugnuts and that 2-run shot from Walker. And on the other side for the Locos, double, triple, and the home run from Preston.
Coley Law School Stadium has long been thought of as one of the best offensive ballparks in all of minor league baseball.
Great look here at the matchup and the 2-2. On the ground, and it shoots through the right side. Here comes Davis coming around third, and we're tied at 4. RBI single by Mark Connolly delivering. And after trailing in this game 4-1, the Lugnuts have come back.
Now batting number 16, Andrew Morrow.
The wide smile on the face of the freshman from Lansing Community College. He's playing some big-time baseball this summer.
He is delivering in big ways for the Lugnuts. We are now tied here at 4 because of Mark Connolly.
It is very easy, Adam, to go through each of these players and say, all right, who's playing at the biggest college baseball programs? Those are the guys we should watch for. Here are the Lugnuts with Toledo at the top with Davis. Here's Morrow from Michigan State, followed by Walker with Michigan State, but there's LCC right in the middle.
That's now 6 hits for the man out of LCC and Mark Connolly. So an opportunity for him to play right close to home, growing up just 10 minutes north at DeWitt. 1-1. 1-2 on Morrow after the foul ball. This Lugnuts team, you can see, just gaining confidence. It was the Locos early on when this league started that showed that resiliency and being able to come back. Another ball out of play, foul. But it's been the Lugnuts. The most recent comeback, they were down 4-0, won 5-4 a couple of games ago last Saturday. And now getting down 4-1 tonight. Still 3 innings to go, but have tied the score back at 4. On the ground is short, could be 2, and Ruddock mishandles it. That's the second time tonight we've had some issues with the ground ball over at the shortstop position with Owen Ruddock. Remember, they had that play that allowed the Lugnuts to get on the board first, where he was looking to potentially flip it to second. Compton wasn't there, and here just didn't field it cleanly.
Adam, you know what I think happened? I think he was thinking too much. As that ball is approaching him up the middle of the infield, he's trying to figure out, all right, what do I want to do with this? And he never secured it.
Looks like they go E6 on that. Now you bring up Zaid Walker, who hammered a ball to dead center in his last at bat. Also walked in the first. First and second. Still only 1 out. That's in for a called strike. Lugnuts looking for their first lead of the night.
This is a really interesting at-bat here. Home run last time up for Walker. How does Patty adjust?
The 1-1 from Patty. 2 balls and a strike.
Right, he's got a jam around him, but he really doesn't have to do too much. You don't have to go for the strikeout. Zaid Walker, over the course of the Lemonade League, has not walked a single time. He is up there to swing the bat.
He takes a strike, and we're even 2-2. 5 hits combined by the Lugnuts just in these last 2 half innings, where they've scored 3 combined runs. Spin around Patty, and just getting back is Conley. Good move, though, from the Midland native. The pitch. Walker stays alive at 2-2. Lugnuts have certainly found something with Davis to lead off, Morrow and Walker in these power cleanup situation spots. Swing and a miss as Walker gets overpowered there. 4th strikeout for Patty.
That is big time.
So up to Joey Paywan to try and deliver with 2 outs if the Lugnuts are going to grab that first lead. Conley reached with an RBI single. Morrow with an error from Owen Ruddock. 1-0 count to Joey Paywan.
Adam, that last at-batter was all about Patty adjusting to Walker, right? This at-bat, this is all about the batter Paywan adjusting to Patty.
Popped up, shallow left, Ruddock going out. McCormack coming in, and he stumbles, and the ball gets down. 1 run comes in, Connolly right behind. He scores as well. That's Morrow, actually, and 2 runs are in. The Lugnuts have the lead.
This is a case of Alex McCormack overrunning it.
Well, that looked like it was surely out number 3. A lazy fly ball, and it's an error ruled on Alex McCormack. And because of that, the Locos now trail for the first time.
He got there, then his spikes caught, the baseball fell behind him, it was ugly. And remember McCormack to start off this inning against Aaron Davis, the line drive that was hit right over him. So he's had his troubles out there in left field.
You look there out in left field, you can see the divots and scuff marks that he made with his cleats, coming in too fast and then trying to stop and readjust to that baseball. That's the 2nd error in this inning. And both Connolly and Morrow able to come in. Crucial mistake. Now Drew Kavanaugh fouls one off. So a 3-run lead for the Locos is now turned into a 2-run deficit. Five straight runs by the Lugnuts. Paywan in scoring position after that ball dropped, getting all the way to 2nd. 3rd pitch from Patty. Sent out to center, long run. Purdy reaches up and makes the catch. And we're done here in the 4th. The Lugnuts get 3 runs thanks to a couple of errors and a couple of base hits. They've got their first lead as we move to the 5th.
The Negro Leagues brought a lot of innovation to the game of baseball. What were many of the things?
Well, the first early form of the batting helmet came out of the Negro Leagues. Yeah, you had shin guards developed in the Negro Leagues. You had night baseball, which originated 5 years before they ever played a night game in the major leagues. They were playing night games in the Negro Leagues. J.O. Wilkinson, who owned the Kansas City Monarchs, literally mortgaged everything he had to pioneer night baseball. Portable generated light towers. So not only could they play a night game here in Kansas City, they could load them up on the truck and play a night game virtually anywhere. And to be honest, Wilkinson wasn't doing it to be innovative. He was doing it for survival. Wilkie was looking for a way to get the working class fan into the ballpark. Night baseball became the answer. Night baseball would become even more popular than Sunday games. Now, mind you, Sunday games were so popular that black churches would move their service time up an hour.
Lord have mercy.
That's what I'm saying. If you know anything about the black church, you don't mess with Sunday morning service. Well, when the Monarchs were home, service started at 10 o'clock, and everybody filed out going to that Sunday doubleheader. Night baseball was even bigger than that. As a matter of fact, the Kansas City Call, the great weekly black newspaper, still publishes a weekly paper today, 100 years old, said that the Monarchs would do for baseball what talkies had done for the movies, and they were absolutely right. People were flocking to those games. Was it crude? Absolutely. But was it effective? Oh, yeah.
Oh, how things have changed in the Lugnuts' favor. 5 straight runs, and they've got their first lead up 6-4, and will make their first change of the night. Dustin Renfro is done after 4 innings. Gave up 6 hits, 4 runs, with a couple of walks and a couple of strikeouts. And the new man on the mound, Elliot Patton, a freshman out of LCC. Went to Grand Ledge High School. And he'll try and tame this Locos lineup as the Lugnuts now play with the lead for the first time. And Jesse, we saw Patton once, and he was really good in that first outing. Pitched a couple of innings, only allowed 2 hits, racked up 5 strikeouts.
Well, he struck out 4 batters in his very first inning.
Getting ahead of the curve. Zach Hickey leads off. Takes the fastball, strike 1.
Would have been just perfect if he had thrown a curve right there.
Hickey tonight, 0 for 1 with a strikeout and a walk. Came around to score a run. Squares to bunt, and that goes off the catcher Kavanaugh. 0-2 on Zach Hickey. Grand Ledge against Mount Pleasant here. Patton and Hickey. Locos trying to avoid a 4th straight loss. We're up 4-1. Now down 6-4 as we take a look at that last bunt attempt. Just off the bottom of the barrel and surprised Kavanaugh as he took it off the chest protector.
And there's pitch. Your big curveball.
And Patton just missed. Hickey DHing tonight. He has been playing third predominantly for Pete Romsack, the coach for the Locos. Colin Turner leading the Lugnuts on the other side. 2-2. Now action starting in the Locos bullpen. Brendan Bilkovic getting warmed up down the left field side. Two from Patton. That breaking ball stays away. First of 5 straight, or second of 5 straight days of baseball. Got underway yesterday with the victory for the Lugnuts, 11-4. Playing tonight, then tomorrow and Sunday, Saturday and Sunday as well, as Hickey draws the walk. So second walk tonight for Zach Hickey. Every game at 7 o'clock outside of Sunday. Doubleheader Sunday. And I believe, Jesse, tickets are still available for that doubleheader on Sunday. You can go online, LansingLugnuts.com. 1 o'clock start, and then the second game will be at 4. Here's Michael Steigels. Hard hit through the left side. And the first 2 are on for the Locos in the 5th. Patton was nearly untouchable the first time he debuted in the Lemonade League, and tonight a walk and a base hit allowed.
He was nearly untouchable, Adam. Do you remember the two Locos who hit safely against him?
I don't.
Michael Steigels first got him, and then Cade Preston doubled against him.
All right. Does he have that again, Preston? Oh, he gets fooled on the change. Way out in front of that off-speed pitch from Patton. Well done. Preston with a home run tonight. Rocketed one out to left. 1 for 2. It was a 2-run shot. The last 2 runs that the Locos have scored. 0-1. And we're even.
That did not miss by much.
First and second, nobody out for the Locos, trying to answer the 5 straight runs that the Lugnuts have scored over the last 2 half innings. Up high, 2-1. We mentioned it earlier, 2 games added to the Lemonade League schedule. August 21st, that's a Friday, 7 o'clock start, and then that Saturday following, the 22nd, 1 o'clock start. Tickets are available for those games as well. Swing and a miss, and it's 2-2. And if you're wondering about coming to Lemonade League games, up to 100 fans can come out. You sit out in the outfield, picnic tables out there, wear a mask into the stadium, and Good Hops Craft Beer and Bistro is open. You can get food and drinks, watch the game. Full count. Good knockdown by Kavanaugh. Great to come out, get a feel for all the local flavor represented in the Lemonade League. 19 different universities or colleges represented. SVSU, LCC, MSU, CMU, Wayne State, just to name a few. Payoff pitch. Runners were taken off, and they'll have to head back. It's a big at-bat right here. Patton still looking for that first out, up by 2 runs. 3 innings to go. And so important again, once you grab the lead, once you score some runs, what do you do in the next half inning? Keep that momentum or give it right back. Locos are trying to take it right back. Payoff pitch. Strike 3 is called on Preston.
That is a 50-50 call. Went the way of the pitcher. I don't blame Kate for taking it, but that is right there toward the outside corner. That is a whale of a pitch.
6th strikeout for Elliot Patton, first tonight. That's a huge out. Now Alex McCormick steps in. He takes one on the outside corner.
This has been a darn fine game offensively for McCormack. Now defensively, he's had his struggles. But here's that strike 3 to Preston, and see what you think.
It is close. Right there, probably one you got to swing at. 1 ball, 1 strike, and we know, just from watching these 2 umpires, predominantly Thomas Burrell and Mitch Tresiak, Thomas Burrell's got a little bit of a tighter strike zone when he's behind the plate, and Mitch Tresiak's a little bit bigger. And he's called it pretty consistent, getting a little leniency on those corners. And he's been giving those pitchers the call. 2 balls and a strike on McCormick, who had the triple in the 2nd, double in the 3rd. Came around to score the 2nd run in that 2nd inning. The pitch, and it's 3-1. So Patton a ball away from loading up the bases with still only 1 out. The Grand Valley State Laker trying to deliver. And he'll take a walk instead. They're loaded up in the 5th. A walk to Hickey, a base hit to Steigels, and a walk to McCormack. And a trot out to the hill for pitching coach Riley McCauley. Try and settle down Elliott Patton.
This has a feel of a game that's going to be struggle all the way through the final inning. Each team's offense has been relentless.
And that's kind of been the story of this league, right, Jesse? These offenses have delivered. They've found ways to get on base. It's just been a matter of who's had those timely hits, and sometimes who's had those last at-bats or last heroics in that 7th inning. We're still 3 innings away from that. First pitch, a called strike to Craig Paladar. He's looking to reach safely for the first time. 0 for 2, ground out, flied out. Bases loaded with only 1 out. Locos trying to get back even or perhaps go in front here in the 5th. Patton delivers. Bounced foul, 0-2.
You know as well as I do, Adam, when the Lugnuts defense has been in trouble, this is where they've found a way to get that double play ball.
Paladar 2 for 12 so far in the league. 9 double play balls turned by that Lugnuts defense. 0-2. Good stop by Kavanaugh.
And a really good job there by Paladar, making sure as he was tempted by that breaking ball not to go around too far.
Darren Davis, Van Acker up the middle for the Lugnuts. They've turned a fair share of those 9 double plays. Elliott Patton would love one of those right now. Sliced foul. Remaining 1 and 2 on Craig Paladar. Catcher tonight for the Locos. Lansing Community College. Sophomore and out of Wadsworth, Ohio. It's right around the Cleveland area. 1-2. Called strike 3 inside corner. 2 outs, 2 strikeouts for Patton.
That is a beauty of a front door curveball.
Well, he's made it interesting so far, loading up the bases. Let's take a look at it one more time, Jesse.
Started off the inside corner and hook it right back through the edge. Paladar giving up on it.
Can he get out of this inning? Brock Henley's chance. Henley tonight 0 for 2. Struck out looking in the 2nd and flied out in the 4th. They're loaded up with 2 outs. The Locos got that 2-run shot from Preston back in the 3rd. That's the last time they scored. Since then, the Lugnuts have answered with 5 in a row. And that one misses, 2-0.
Henley has worked the count deep twice. 3 balls, 2 strikes in the 2nd inning, 3-2 again in the 4th inning. But Adam, nothing to show for it so far.
And at first at bat, he was up 3-0 before coming back and getting struck out. Here he bounces one. This will be a tough play. Charging Connolly. Throws on the run and makes the play to first. The Locos leave him loaded on a great defensive play from Connolly, who gets a high five from his pitcher, Patton. Bottom 5 is next.
Sparrow Medical Minute, the latest health news and information from Sparrow, Mid-Michigan's healthcare leader.
I'm Cheryl Fritz here with Hillary Taransky, physician assistant with Sparrow Occupational Health. Employers are concerned about how to keep their employees healthy and make them feel safe as they return to work. How does Sparrow Occupational Health help?
So Sparrow's goal is to be a partner in health with the local employers. We've developed a program to help make sure that they can return back to work safely. This includes an online screening tool as well as the availability for Sparrow staff to come on site and help with screening. Occupational Health also offers COVID screening. This includes the nasal PCR swab as well as the antibody testing. We can evaluate employees that are ill and give guidance on when they can return back to work safely.
Where can people get more information on this important topic?
They can call Sparrow Occupational Health at 517-364-3900.
Very helpful. Thank you so much.
Medical Minute, brought to you by Sparrow. For health, for care, for life.
Blue light lime over here.
Grapefruit.
Blood orange me, Barry.
Got it.
Oh! Barry, you son of a bass. Just yanking your hook. When you're at the lake, you drink Labatt. That's lake law.
Locos leave the bases loaded in the top half of the fifth. We bring you to the bottom half, 6-4. Lugnuts still in front. And this was that final play. Henley got a weak ground ball to third. Connolly with an excellent play to beat him and keep from any runs coming in. And the Lugnuts get out of a big jam. That's now 7 runners left on base for the Locos tonight as they can't push any across. They make their first change to the bullpen. Jordan Patty done after 4 innings, allowing 9 hits, 6 runs with a walk and 4 strikeouts. He gives way to Brendan Bilkovic out of Wayne State. His first pitch to Van Acker is ball 1.
When Bilkovic has been ineffective, he has walked a lot of batters. When he's been effective, he's struck out a lot of batters. He's been very difficult to hit.
9 walks, 8 strikeouts. Fouled off by Acker. He's pitched 4 1/3 innings. Really did a nice job starting a couple of games ago. Coming out of the pen tonight, trying to keep this a 2-run game. It's been flipped around after the Locos led 4-1. Lugnuts have scored 5 in a row. That backs up Acker, 2-1. Eaton Rapids Greyhound, Van Acker. He was the little kid that was always around the varsity basketball practices when I was back in high school, Jesse. Just.
Don't you feel old?
Yes. That bends him back out of the way, but his dad was helping out with the varsity team at the time. Rick Acker, now the high school coach at Eaton Rapids for the baseball team, and Van was always on the side hoops, getting better, dribbling drills, shooting hoops. He was really good. And then had a really good baseball career with the Greyhounds. 3 balls, 2 strikes.
Now here he is playing ball at Concordia.
Yeah, and the Lemonade League. (3-2) fouled back. Didn't start his career at Concordia either. He began at Elma. And then went over to Concordia in Ann Arbor. Helped Concordia win the National Christian College Athletics Association World Series back in 2019. And here he takes ball 4, draw a leadoff walk. Amazing how quick this game changed. Locos got off to that quick start, a bunt single from Purdy. He came around to score. He had multiple errors on Drew Kavanaugh. They got up 4-1. Ball 1 to Jake Rydquist. That thanks to a Cade Preston bomb out to left. But the answer came from Zahid Walker in the bottom of that 3rd inning. He hit a 2-run shot to dead center field. And then a 3-run 4th inning. And that's where we sit now in the 5th.
We have seen this before from the Lugnuts offense. Falling behind in the game against the Locos, coming right back to seize it.
Second pitch to Jake Rydquist. Hunter takes off for second, and Acker is in safely. There's a stolen base for Van Acker. That's number 34 for the Lugnuts. Hard to believe that's their first stolen base of the night.
Not like they haven't had base runners.
They've had plenty of them. Now 34 of 37 attempts. They've been pretty darn good in those stolen base category. That's Davenport in for a strike on Rydquist tonight, who's 1 for 2. Base hit in the second and then flied out to center, and Adam Purdy in the third. Bilkovic fires. Strike 3 called. Good breaking ball. First out and strikeout for Brendan Bilkovic.
His curveball is an equalizer.
Now batting number 6, Jacob Pavanetti.
Well, that was what was so good last Saturday for Bilkovic. Pitched 2 innings, and although he gave up the 5 walks, the 5 strikeouts, struck out the side in the first and then racked up 2 more in that second inning. Tonight gets that first strikeout after the walk and stolen base by Acker. That baseball coming our way up towards the press box area from Jake Badalamenti. Wayne State Warrior 0 for 2 tonight with a couple of flyouts to the same spot, right field, and Michael Steigels. One from Bilkovic. Acker takes off for third, and he swipes both second and third and is 90 feet away.
This has been on Bilkovic. The pitcher's not been paying him enough attention. The Van Acker just saying, all right, I'll take these bases.
Steal number 1 and number 2 for Van Acker in the Lemonade League. Number 34 and 35 for the Lugnuts overall. That one gets behind Paladar. It kicks back, but Acker ahead for a slide, and it's a 3-run lead for the Lugnuts.
That felt like it was occurring in slow motion at home plate.
So the stolen bases come back to hurt Bilkovic.
I would love to get an instant replay of that run-scoring wild pitch.
We'll see if the crew can deliver. They've been pretty good so far through the first 6 and change games of this Lemonade League. 3 balls and a strike to count on the 9-hitter, Jake Badalamenti. Two bounced and a short hop that can't be handled by Henley. Badalamenti rounds first. He's headed for second and in there. So the Lugnuts keep the pressure on, putting another one in play. They're going to go E5 on Henley.
Now batting number 1, Darren Davis.
That's the second error tonight by the Locos. Both coming on the left side of the diamond. Ruddock at short, Henley there at third. Was a tough hop there. Had to either wait on it or try and take it off the short hop. He chose to take it and backhand. Couldn't make the play. Now Darren Davis. There goes Badalamenti to third. And he's in safely, beating the throw. So all of a sudden, 3 stolen bases in this 5th inning against Bilkovic. And just like that, after Van Acker just scored from third, Badalamenti's now at third with Darren Davis, who's had a 3-hit night. And he's ahead 2-0. Check that.
It speaks for itself, doesn't it? That Jordan Patty in the game for 4 innings does not allow any steals. And now the Lugnuts have 3 stolen bases here. There's your replay of the wild pitch. It just felt like the Locos, Bilkovic, and Paladar were late in reacting.
And they were late in reacting as Van Acker ran his way around the bases. Second to third, and then coming in on that wild pitch. And now Davis, the league leader in hits. A favorable 2-1 count with a runner at third as the Lugnuts look to add some more insurance in this 5th inning. 3-1. How about this, Jesse? Lugnuts didn't score any runs in that first inning. Since then, a run in the second, 2 runs in the third, 2 runs in the fourth. Check that, 3 runs in the fourth. And now a run here in the 5th, and maybe more. 5th pitch is ball 4. They have just had the pressure on both Jordan Patty and Brendan Bilkovic now, even since that first inning where they didn't score, they had 2 runners on. Good approaches tonight offensively.
From everybody. Darren Davis, the leadoff hitter, just reached base for the 4th time.
What a night for the leadoff man, and what a league he is continuing to have here in the Lemonade League in Lansing. All right, Mark Connolly's turn. RBI single last time. Davis takes off right away, and they are stealing bags at will right now against Bilkovic.
Tough situation there. With the runner at third base, only 1 out. In general, you don't want to chance that throw down unless you know something.
We knew that, saw that earlier from Drew Cavanaugh on the other side. He did chance it, threw it away, and a run came in to score for the Locos. That seems like forever ago. 2-0 count on Conley.
By the way, Adam, Big Nate Pearson received his 2nd Major League start today. To the mound for the Blue Jays in Atlanta against the Braves.
I saw that. And it looked like his first start went better than his second. How'd he do tonight?
Well, he's in line to suffer the loss right now. Gave up a 2-run homer in the first inning to Freddie Freeman. In the 4th inning, a sacrifice fly by Adam Duvall. Only allowed 2 hits in 5 innings, but 3 runs. Walked 3, struck out 5, and the Blue Jays trailed the Braves in the 6th inning 3-1. Touki Toussaint, 9 strikeouts in 6 innings for the Braves.
This is sent out to shallow center. Purdy's coming in, and that one falls in as Compton tried to go out to make the sliding catch. Another run comes in to score. Badalamenti making it 8-4 Lugnuts as Davis scoots to third.
Let me ask you, you think Mark Connolly is going to try to steal second base here?
I would guess yes.
This is a tough play. Try to make the over-the-shoulder catch in shallow right center field. It's not great contact. It's a good pitch by Bilkovic. Just a high degree of difficulty for the defense in turning that into an out.
And another RBI single for Connolly after he had one in the 4th. Kind of hit that one in no man's lands. Now the visit here to try and slow down Bilkovic, who's given up 2 runs. He's given up 4 stolen bases. Allowed them, rather, and 2 walks. So it has been strugglesome in this 5th inning as the Lugnuts again continue to add on 7 straight runs scored over the last 3.5 innings. By the way, that run tonight for the Blue Jays, thanks for the update, Jesse, by the way.
You're welcome.
That run that came was a home run from a former Lugnut. The best flow in Major League Baseball.
In Adam Jackson's mind.
I'm biased.
Bo Bichette.
Yes, sir. Andrew Morrow homered last night. He's got runners at the corners with still only 1 out against Bilkovic. Now Bilkovic starts to pay attention to the runners, fearing that Connolly might take off. It's 4 for 5 in stolen base attempts is Connolly. This one is hit high out to left, tailing foul. McCormack coming over, and it gets out of play.
It is such a short corner down the left and down the right side. But sometimes all you have to do is hit it high enough and you can sneak it out of here.
I'm trying to remember now. Who's got the big foul room in the Eastern? Is it Dayton that's got so much room? There's a team in the foul league.
Thinking Lake County?
Lake County is what it is. Team in the Eastern Division here in the Midwest League that has a ton of room that goes down the line. Morrow tonight in that 3 spot, flied out in the 1st, singled in the 3rd, and reached on an error in the 4th. Each time he's reached, he's scored. 9 hits now for the Lugnuts on their 8 runs. Weekly hit towards 3rd. Henley charges, throws to first off one hop. It's picked by Preston for the second out.
That is such a difficult job at first base for Cade Preston.
Davis does score. So an RBI for Morrow, and it's 9-4.
We had earlier this frame seen the error committed at third base by Brock Henley too. This was an above average play. Coming in, charging, snatching it up, delivering the throw on the run. Could not get it to first base in the air. Preston bailed him out.
Now it's Saeed Walker to step in. Can the Lugnuts hit double digits in the run column for a second straight night? 11 last night, 10 in the opener. The biggest run outputs in the league so far. And the only 2 times that a team has gotten to the double-digit category. Walker ahead, 2 balls and no strikes.
I mean, these coaches putting together these teams created a monster with this Lugnuts lineup. Davis and Connolly, Morrow and Walker. You know, if Joey Paywan hits like he's capable of, watch out.
2-0. Slips out of the mitt, but it's ball 3.
I mean, Paywan is a great hitter for Madonna. Van Acker can hit for Concordia. Neither one of those two have hit yet. And yet the Lugnuts have been unstoppable offensively. And Drew Kavanaugh today getting his very first start. 2 hits for the Lugnuts.
Bilkovic comes home and finds the zone, strike 1. And very capable hitters and talent on the other side for the Locos. The problem through these last few games has just been they haven't got those timely hits. They've put guys on, but like last half inning, they've left the bases loaded multiple times.
They've stranded so many runners.
I mean, tonight, bases loaded, left them. Twice last night, they left the bases loaded. Just cannot do that in what has been an offensive league so far through the first 7 games. 3-1. On the ground to second. Compton throws wide of first, and this will bring in another run. Another error on the Locos. Walker goes to second, and it's 10-4. Wow.
That is uncharacteristic for Ben Compton. That's simply a lapse in a routine play where his arm went astray, trying to guide that throw over to first base. And did not put it near enough to Cade Preston.
And now a 4-run half inning. And that's going to be it for Brendan Bilkovic. Should have been out of the inning there. But an error, and Pete Romzek will take the ball. And the new man to get the baseball. Get you that in just a second here.
Looks like Ryan Abenth, doesn't it?
I believe you are correct.
The big left-hander.
And he pitched last night.
Only worked an inning, so he's fresh and ready to go. We are gradually getting to know each of these players.
And getting to know their tendencies.
It's easier when you're a lefty. There just are not that many left-handers.
No, there are not.
Boy, poor Brendan Bilkovic. So there were a couple of walks. There were a couple of errors committed behind him. There was only 1 base hit allowed.
Did get a strikeout.
It was just an inning that has served in microcosm for the Locos. How things have gone wrong in multiple ways.
How about the gradual increase of runs so far by the Lugnuts? They've kept it consistent. Look up on the board, Jesse. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. No runs for the Lugs in the first. Then a run in the second, 2 in the third, 3 in the fourth, and 4 here in the 5th.
I got bad news. They're going to have to bat again in the bottom of the 6th inning. Now, probably not in the 7th unless we see a terrific comeback from the Locos. But they're going to get another at-bat after this inning. So, do I hear 5 runs?
We've only seen a 5-run half inning twice in this league and saw it yesterday twice from these Lugnuts in that 11-4 win. Peiwan swings away at that first pitch, fouling it out of play. Lugnuts got up 11-0 yesterday, 5 in the second and 5 in the third. Tacked on one more in the fifth. Ended up winning 11-4 to take their third straight. Currently sitting at 4-2, looking for their 5th win throughout the first 7 games of the league. As right now we're slated to play 20 for the next couple of weeks. Pitch to Peiwan is up high. 1 ball and 1 strike from the lefty Ryan Abenth, the junior out of Concordia. Went to high school at Saginaw Heritage. See the size he's got on the mound. 6'5". Now the throw to third, and a balk is called. And
I appreciate
like
Zaid Walker saying, let me keep on going, right? I stole third, so didn't he just balk me home? No,
That's not
he
how it
just got
works.
balked from second to third base.
Walker's probably a little upset that he doesn't get the steal there. I think the case right there, Abenth didn't step off.
It's the fun little quirk of the baseball rules that if a pitcher balks but delivers the pitch, let's say the batter collects a base hit on it, the team can choose to select the base hit rather than the balk.
3-1 on Peiwan.
Zaid Walker's like, can't you give me that choice? I choose stolen base rather than the balk.
Walker in jeopardy of messing up the runs per half inning by the Lugnuts. That's incrementally gone up by 1 ever since we started. How could he do such a thing?
See, Adam, you're the big picture thinker.
Time called by Mitch Treziak, the home plate umpire. Joey Peiwan tonight 0 for 3. Couple of strikeouts. Did reach on an error in the 4th. There's been 4 errors tonight committed by the Locos. Fouled back. And in total, 7 errors in this game. Really been a sloppy game in terms of mishandles from both sides.
There's the replay, by the way, of the balk. And both umpires saw it at the exact same time.
That one's whacked back towards us. Look out, production room.
I don't know if they were ready.
They had the windows closed, thankfully. Otherwise, they would have had a chance to catch that yellow baseball. Hit out to right. Out goes Compton, circling around, and it drops in. Walker scores, and into second goes Peiwan.
First baseman Preston had no idea where it was. Right fielder Steigel similarly lost it. So it was up to Ben Compton. Compton could not make that over-the-shoulder catch.
What do you roll that one?
I'd say you go RBI double. I'm sorry, Adam. 5 runs in the bottom of the 5th inning.
Brutal. Just messing everything up. Drew Kavanaugh steps in as the Lugnuts bat around in this lengthy 5th. Back-to-back nights, the Lugnuts have put a 5 up on the board. 1-0, and it's 2-0.
I'm starting to think about that question. If you do execute a trade to try to even out these teams, who do you give the Locos or who do you take away from the Lugnuts?
Swing and a miss from Kavanaugh. I think it's got to be one of Michigan State's big hitters in the middle.
Moore or Walker?
Yeah. Abenth trying to get that final out. 2-2 now on Kavanaugh after the swing and miss.
Moore today, 2 runs scored, a run batted in. Walker, 2 runs scored, 2 knocked in on the home run, plus the walk drawn in the 1st inning.
Yeah, that would be my bet. What's the price to get one of those guys? This is all new territory in the Lemonade League. Jesse and I are just talking it over. Again, as we saw a new addition as the pitcher today with Jordan Patty, his first day and first start. Swing and a miss. Kavanaugh is done, and the Lugnuts finally are done in the 5th. 5 more runs. They've now scored 10 unanswered and are up by 7. 2 innings left to go.
Come play in Greater Lansing. You'll love our perfect mix of old and new, big city buzz and small town charm. And visiting is easy because it feels like home. Catch Spartan spirit, share an intimate meal, roar with the crowd, or relax in the links. Reconnect with family and make memories that will last a lifetime. Give yourself a weekend and come play in Greater Lansing.
Sault Ste. Marie. Sault Ste. Marie.
Sault Ste. Marie.
Excited. Oh my god.
It's Ypsilanti.
Ypsilanti, okay. Charlotte.
Charlotte.
No. Menominee. See you, Menominee. Menominee.
Is that
Menominee.
Menominee?
Menominee. Menominee. McKinnon.
Mackinac. Mackinac. That's how it's pronounced
Give
here.
up. Mackinac.
Well, 5 more runs, count them, 5 for the Lugnuts in the bottom half of the 5th inning. And now we go to the top of the 6th. Our score is 11-4, just like it was yesterday. Lugnuts leading the Locos. Right-hander Elliott Patton right back to the mound for the Lugnuts. There's the home plate umpire Mitch Tresiak talking things through with the bases umpire Thomas Burrell. Wouldn't it have been great to eavesdrop on that conversation? Owen Ruddock leads off the top of the 6th inning for the Locos, followed by Compton and Purdy. 8, 9, and 1 in the Locos order. Second inning of work for Patton begins right here. Fouled away to the right side. Hey, Ruddock today, a walk and a single. Reaching base in each of his 2 plate appearances. The Davenport shortstop. And he lays off ball 1. Good things have happened for the Locos when Ruddock has stepped in. There is action in both teams' bullpens. Here's the 1-1. 2 balls and a strike. First in the Lugnuts pen down the right field line. It's the left-hander John Fantazzo who's warming up. Second down the left side. In the Locos bullpen, the right-hander Cal Johnston is warming up. Hitter's pitch. Breaks outside. 3 balls and a strike on Owen Ruddock. Oh, this has been a game that has taken a turn. The Locos scored the very first run of the game all the way back in the 1st inning. Adam Purdy stealing home. Part of a double steal with Michael Steigels. And it was 1-0 Locos. Made it 2-0 with a run in the 2nd. Scored their 3rd and 4th runs in the 3rd on a homer. Ruddock swings right through it. Count has gone full. Cade Preston crushing a 2-run homer out to left, and it was 4-1. But Zaid Walker answered in the bottom of the 3rd inning with a 2-run homer. That made it 4-3. A payoff pitch for Ruddock, fouled back. There's your look at the Locos bullpen right now, where Cal Johnston Grand Ledge. Warms up to pitch the bottom half of this inning. Patton's pitch. High bouncing ball hit on the right side, handled by first baseman Rydquist. And the feed to Patton for out number 1.
Well, for how many mistakes we've seen on the infield tonight, that was executed perfectly. Rydquist, nice footwork, and then an easy toss for his pitcher, Patton. Great defensive play.
Here's Ben Compton, the second baseman. Compton committing one of 4 Locos errors. 2 of them committed in the bottom of the 4th inning, in which the Lugnuts scored 3 runs to grab the lead. First pitch here, breaking ball down and away. And then 2 errors, one by the third baseman Henley and one by Compton. Compton's coming with 2 outs, a throwing error. That allowed 2 more unearned runs in the bottom of the 5th inning, a 5-run bottom of the 5th. Strike from Patton. Compton tonight is 0 for 2. He is grounded out to shortstop and he is flied to very deep center. Strike 2 called on the outside corner. Now Elliott Patton can go to that great curveball if he chooses. Catcher Cavanaugh the signal. Here you go. There is the curve. Down goes Compton. Cavanaugh's throw down is perfect, and that completes the strikeout. And Drew Cavanaugh, the catcher, committed 3 throwing errors in the first 2 innings, but he's settled down. The Lugnuts have settled down, and Elliott Patton's 1 out away from a perfect frame.
Yeah, just as this game has turned, so has the Lugnuts play. No surprise, and that begins with Cavanaugh, who had those early errors. That seems like a long, long time ago, way back in that opening inning and the opening couple innings. It's been really good since.
Adam Purdy's the batter. Swings and misses. Purdy 1 for 3. Very first pitch of the ball game, he laid down a bunt, came around to score the game's first run. After that, a ground out to short and a fly out to left. Down he goes in the count, 0-2. Here it comes from Elliott Patton. Stayed outside. It is Zach Hickey waiting to bat next. The Locos batting, trailing 11-4 in the top of the 6th inning. Purdy on the breaking ball went around too far. Cavanaugh's throw down. That completes a 2nd consecutive strikeout for Patton, who has K'd 4 through 2 scoreless innings. To the bottom of the 6th inning, it's the Lugnuts leading 11-4. Every Lemonade League broadcast brought to you free. That's thanks to these partners, and we're so glad that they are helping to bring you these live-streamed webcasts across multiple social and digital platforms, including the Lugnuts Facebook and Twitter pages. Our big thanks to Farm Bureau Insurance, Jackson National Life Insurance, Dan Henry Distributing, Granger, General Motors, Blue Cross Blue Shield, LAFCU, Dean Transportation, WMU Cooley Law School, Capital Region International Airport, Lansing Board of Water and Light, Physicians Health Plan, Meyer, Gordon Food Service, MI Student Aid, and Sparrow. Adam, do you have anything to say?
I don't.
We are very grateful to you for watching these live free web stream broadcasts. Thank you big time to our partners. It is the final chance for the Lugnuts to add some insurance to their lead as we go to the bottom half of the 6th inning from Lansing, Michigan and Cooley Law School Stadium. And there you see the new Locos pitcher. Cal Johnston is now on the mound for the Locos. We've seen Johnston, whether as a position player or as a pitcher, a two-way player from Lansing Community College. Johnston on the mound, 2 appearances, 1 1/3 innings. He's allowed 3 hits, he's struck out 1, and he's walked 1.
Well, you know, with Johnston, what the Locos would love is just a quick half inning. You know, that it's going to take a heck of a comeback for them, try and win this game, but Jesse, they just have not been able to have a quick defensive 1-2-3 half inning against this Lugnuts offense tonight.
Van Acker steps in and steps away from ball 1. The half inning in which the fewest Lugnuts batters came to the plate was the very first inning. Van Acker gets in a 1, left field. McCormack goes back and makes the catch after dancing with it a little bit. Jake Rydquist is coming up next.
And after that half inning, runs ever since and a lot of base runners. This Lugnuts team, they've been on a run here the last few nights, last few games.
Adam, even that first inning, still 5 batters came up there.
And they had 2 guys on with an opportunity to score.
Rydquist takes ball 1. Johnston replaces Ryan Abenth. Both Abenth and Brendan Belkovic worked the 5th inning. Inside, 2 balls, no strikes. Then after the starting pitcher, Jordan Patty went the first 4. Patty allowed 9 hits and 6 runs, 4 of them earned. Struck out 3 and walked 1. 2-0. Inside again. Rydquist a single, a fly out to center, and a strikeout looking. Brendan Belkovic went 2/3 of an inning. Ryan Abenth went 1/3. Abenth allowed an RBI double to Joey Paywan, and he struck out Drew Kavanaugh. Ball 4 inside. And here's another base runner for the Lugnuts. Well, Jake Rydquist has just drawn his 7th walk. This is Rydquist's 4th Lemonade League game. Number 9 hitter now, Jake Badalamenti from Wayne State. That's the thing to me, Adam, is we can talk all pick off the rover and back in without a tag goes Rydquist. And Darren Davis has been stellar at the top of the order, right? Mark Connolly, Andrew Morrow, Zaid Walker, they've been tremendous. But then you look down to the bottom of the order, and these guys are getting on. Catcher Paladar out for a mound visit. Jake Badalamenti, this batter, is 0 for 3, but his last time he reached on the error committed by third baseman Henley. And of course, naturally, he stole third base, and that put him in position to score on the single by Mark Connolly. It's not just one part of the order where the Locos are getting hurt. They're getting hurt 1 through 9. They're getting hurt by their defense. They're getting hurt by the Lugnuts base running. It is 11-4 Lugnuts. You'd figure they've stopped stealing bases. Odd foul and out of play.
And this is the first night we've seen, you know, back-to-back consistent out-of-hand games for any team either team in this league. And the Locos have had their fair share of wins. Lugnuts obviously on the roll that they're on, but back-to-back impressive dominating wins.
Badalamenti was jammed, grounds toward short. Ruddock to Compton, and onward to first, not in time. They get the force out, though, of Rydquist, and there's 2 outs.
And what's crazy, just like you've been mentioning, Jesse, is this game completely switched. I mean, the Locos were in control of this game at one point, and not only have they given up the lead, but it's gone completely sideways.
Top of the order time, and Darren Davis for the Lugnuts. All Davis has done is single, an RBI single, a double, a walk, a steal. He's scored 2 runs. Check swinging the pitch inside. 4 times up, 4 times on base. 1 run batted in, 2 runs scored. He is doing his thing. Badalamenti at first base. Now, before today's game started, after the national anthem, there was a tribute to the late Congressman John Lewis. Today, 55 years of the Voting Rights Act. Here's the 1-1. Popped up and foul left side. Sails back and out of play. And I said to you, Adam, need you to do some homework coming into this broadcast. Look up John Lewis's life. Look up the Voting Rights Act of 1965. That's outside. Signed by President Johnson. And a great photograph of President Johnson. Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. right there. And now 55 years later, Davis takes a ball outside, and the count has gone full. Looking to reach base for a 5th time tonight. Here it comes. Chopper hit past the mound. Shortstop Ruddock has it from behind second. Gets him at first base. Side retired, inning over. A scoreless frame for Cal Johnston. We go to the 7th, 11-4 Lugnuts. Last licks for the Locos, top of the 7th. They're down 11-4. A little bit of deja vu. Yesterday, final score 11-4. The Lugnuts won. Locos had to score 3 runs in the 7th inning to lose 11-4. Well, do they have any offense within them tonight? They'll take on the new left-hander, John Fantazzo, now on the mound for the Lugnuts. Fantazzo out of Saginaw Valley State in 4 appearances, scoreless. 5 hits allowed, 2 walks, 2 strikeouts. Southpaw to take on these batters. Hickey, Steigels, Preston, 2, 3, and 4 in the order. Adam Jackson yesterday when we got to the 7th inning Coaching staff for the Locos sent up pinch hitters in the bottom of the 7th. No pinch hitters here. There's Zach Hickey to hit for himself. 0 for 1, 2 walks, 1 run scored. Fouls away the first offering.
Well, and interested to see how the Locos conclude this 7th inning, Jesse. Last night they had a little answer. They were getting beat 11-1. They put 3 runs up on the board. Had a little rally going. Tonight, same thing. Up and now down 11-4. What do they have left in the 7th as we potentially go to tomorrow with another loss looming in 4 in a row maybe?
Nothing in 2 to Hickey. Fantasia replacing Elliott Patton. Fired a scoreless 5th and 6th, struck out 4. 0-2. Hickey takes ball 1. Starting pitcher in this game for the Lugnuts, Dustin Renfro. Gave up 4 runs, 2 earned through 4 innings. 6 hits and 2 walks, struck out 2. And Hickey goes down on strikes for Fantasio's first strikeout. He could not pull the trigger.
I mean, these Lemonade League Lugnuts, they're just locked in everywhere. Great at bats. Outside of the early errors in the first couple of innings, they've sharpened up the defense, and the pitching has been excellent as well.
Well, here's a pinch hitter. Sean Hattlesey is up there for Michael Steigels. Scalds it to center, caught by Badalamenti. 2 outs.
He was so excited to come in, get his opportunity. 1 pitch, and that's it.
That's it.
Short-lived.
And here comes another pinch hitter. It's Matthew Williams to hit for Cade Preston. Well, Williams had himself a stellar game yesterday, including a triple. And right now, he represents the final hope for the Locos. John Fantasia is looking to make short work of this 7th. Looking for the back door, came up a little shy. Ball and a strike on Williams. Williams just a freshman. That's fouled on the right side. The Locos are down to their very last strike. Two outs, nobody on. The 1-2. Just missing inside.
That was a good pitch. His teammates wanted it. They were headed towards the dugout, thought that was it.
Fantasia will have to try again. On 2-2. Bouncing ball beyond Fantasia. Tough play, second baseman Acker. Across his body. Not in time. Williams is safe at first base.
Well, Acker did everything he could there. It's a tough play running away from the bag and nearly made it. That was a close play over there at first base. I thought he got him, Jesse.
Now here's Garrett Lanker to pinch hit.
Let's take a look at it one more time. It was very close. Acker gets it out. And I think it's a good call by the umps.
I think he's safe too. Here's Garrett Lanker to pinch hit for Alex McCormack.
Thomas Burrell, nice work out there. The bases umpire tonight.
You've heard the bang bang, right? You're watching the foot on the bag. You're listening for the throw hit the first baseman's mitt. There's a lot going on. You've got to practice that. Lanker takes strike 2 on the outside corner.
As long as I'm not hearing the bang bang on the trash cans, I'm good.
And if you are hearing that bang bang, you better be in the batter's box. I'd at the very least give my guy Adam some help. Let him know when the breaking ball is coming.
Yes, please.
0-2. Foul back. For a second time, the Lugnuts are one strike away from an 11-4 win. Williams at first. 2-strike pitch to Lanker. Down and in. In yesterday's game, Lanker pinch hit in the 7th inning. Drew a walk, scored a run. Fantazzo deals. Line drive, fouled on the left side.
And again, give credit to these Locos doing the same type of thing they did last night. Down big, but still battling every pitch, every at-bat. The hustle from Williams to leg out that single moments ago. Lanker fighting off with 2 pitches to his name.
New bat for Garrett Lanker. Broke his bat that last line drive. He's in the on-deck circle right now, right next to Brandon Shire. Shire would pinch hit for Craig Paladar.
I think these guys are going to be excited to go back to the college level and get back to the aluminums, have their bat of choice and not have it break every few times.
It's a really good question. I wonder if there are any players out there who prefer hitting with the wooden bats. My guess is there's got to be at least one, right?
I think just the satisfactory feeling, right? That coolness feeling, the crack, the sound.
Yes.
And that's what the guys in the bigs are playing with.
The home runs that were hit earlier in the game. I've heard when you hit a home run, when you just crush it, don't even feel the ball off the bat. Lanker goes down on strikes, and this ball game's over. Fantazzo strikes him out with a curveball. It's a final. Lugnuts win it 11-4. Lugnuts are now 5-2 in the Lemonade League. They have won 4 consecutive games. Fantazzo with the catcher Kavanaugh. Now they form the line. Well, as the PA announcer Chris is telling everyone here in attendance, 7 o'clock p.m. tomorrow night. Adam and I will be on the airwaves starting at about 6:45 thereabouts with the pregame show. Going through highlights from tonight's game. Starting lineups get you all set for the call of the action for Lemonade League Game 8 tomorrow. We've got Lemonade League baseball games stretching around through Sunday, and Sunday is a doubleheader. But there are your victorious Lugnuts. Winners for a second straight night, 11-4 over the Locos. A game in which they trailed 4-1, and they scored 10 unanswered runs.
Yeah, what a performance tonight by the Lugnuts again. Yesterday, it was them getting out in front and holding on to that lead, scoring 11 runs right away, getting up 11-0, winning 11-4. Tonight, Jesse, they did it from coming behind, down 4-1, and then they just started to pound out runs and hits and have good at-bats. I mean, they get 1 in the second, they get the 2-run shot in the third, which really, that is what changed the game for me. Preston and the Locos had all the momentum. They're up 4-1. Well, how do you deflate that momentum? Come right back in that bottom half of the inning and get a 2-run homer yourself. Walker hit it to straightaway center. And then from that point on, the Lugnuts just rolled. 3 runs in the 4th, 5 in the 5th to seal it. And by that time, pitching took over. Good start tonight from Renfro, Patton, and Fantazzo. Excellent out of the bullpen. And that was it.
Taking a look at some of the highlights right now. That ball dropped in just outside of the diving Zaid Walker, and the Locos appeared to be on their way in the top of the first inning. This was one of the 3 throwing errors committed by the catcher Drew Kavanaugh. That came on a double steal. Michael Steigels taking second, Adam Purdy came in, and it was 1-0 Locos. That was in the top of the first inning. But on this fly ball to center field off the bat of Cade Preston, first the catch by Jake Badalamenti, then the throw in. Steigels tried to tag and score. He was out at the plate, and boy, looking back at this one, the Locos needed every bit of that run. On the other side, though, Jordan Patty on the mound. The CMU ace had the stuff rolling, and the Locos continued to add to their lead.
Yeah, Patty was rolling early, and then things changed. But again, that second inning, they were able to get the triple from McCormick. You can see him hustling all the way around, and then eventually he came around to score on the error from the catcher once again, Drew Kavanaugh.
Yeah. There's a backdoor breaking ball, though, from Dustin Renfro, one of his 2 strikeouts, to get Brock Henley right there. And then right back to the curveball. There's the freeze once again. But here, Drew Kavanaugh jumping up on the wild pitch, trying to fire it down to second base, throw it away. Another throwing error, and Cade Preston laid into one.
Yeah, made it a four-run game there with the home run. First home run for the Locos, and at this point, you felt like the Locos had a good opportunity to bounce back and get a win here tonight.
Sure did. Preston hitting his first home run in the Lemonade League. And it was 4-1 Locos in the top of the 3rd inning, but then Zaid Walker.
To me, Jesse, this was the game-changing hit tonight. Straight away center over the 20-foot wall, and instead of it being 4-1, you see the stomp there of home plate that cut the lead immediately to 4-3, and this is where the Lugnuts started to take off.
Then in the bottom half of the 4th inning, trouble brewing. That drive right over the head of the left fielder McCormack. That gets things set up. Darren Davis is at second base. Mark Connolly singles him in, and we're tied up 4-4.
Yeah, clutch hitting at the top of the order from Davis, who got on 4 different times tonight. Connolly with a couple of clutch singles.
Zaid Walker strikes out, and that leads into a crucial at-bat. A fly ball hit to left field. McCormack botched it. That brought in a couple of runs. On the other side, the Locos try to get things back up and rolling. Here's Cade Preston again, but he gets frozen on the outside corner by Elliott Padden, and then Padden going to the inside corner to get a strikeout of Craig Paladar. He pitches his way out of a bases-loaded jam.
Yeah, 2 innings pitched tonight. He gives up no runs, 4 more strikeouts. Great job tonight by Patton.
There you see the play at third base by Mark Connolly. Meanwhile, the Lugnuts just kept rolling, and they just kept stealing bases.
Yeah, and it really wasn't until Bill Kovic came in that game where they started to take advantage. And then you see the wild pitch, allowing Acker to come in to score. I mean, they were just taking advantage of Bill Kovic on the bases.
Darren Davis at the plate, a steal of third base for Jake Badalamenti. Foot was on the accelerator. They didn't stop. A little pop-up in a shallow center field. Ben Compton could not make the catch over the shoulder. Mark Connolly, credit for the RBI single. And the Lugnuts just were rocking and rolling. You can see the expression on the face of Joey Paywan, but that ball drops in over Ben Compton. For Paywan, that turns into an RBI double. That supplies the 11th and final Lugnuts run.
A 5-run 5th inning by the Lugnuts just to put the exclamation point on tonight's win.
And then, Adam, you were talking about it. How about some execution? Well, there you go on that Owen Ruddock ground ball, executed well by Rydquist to the pitcher covering Sutton. And John Fantazzo comes in at the very end. He closes it all out with a strikeout of Garrett Lanker, and the Lugnuts win it 11-4.
Yeah, really impressive tonight, again, in all facets. You take away the early errors from Drew Kavanaugh and the way that he bounced back, and the Lugnuts, great pitching from Patton and Fantazzo out of the bullpen, and the relentless hitting at the plate. Again, pressure, pressure, pressure on the Locos, and they end up scoring 11 straight runs to go up after trailing 4-1.
Let's say I put you in that Locos clubhouse. Let's say these were actual, instead of 44, 45, 50 players who've been put together as college baseball players, just needing some time to play, needing some time to develop. Let's say these were really teams. And let's say you're a Loco and you hate losing. What do you bring into tomorrow's game? What adjustments do you try to make?
Finishing. I mean, to me, that's been the biggest difference. Going back to a couple games ago, Jesse, in the middle of this 4-game win streak, remember, the Locos were up 4-0, and then we had our first comeback win from the Lugnuts. They score 5 straight, win that game 5-4 on Saturday. Then you come back tonight. After losing last night, you get a good start. You get 4 runs up on the board. You get your first home run. It's a 4-1 advantage, and then you give up 10 more runs, and you get blown out again 11-4. So I'm looking at the guys saying, we need to finish. We need to take advantage of our opportunities and get some of these timely hits. We're getting guys on base, but convert the opportunities and find a way to get one back in the win column, get that confidence back, and I think they'll be just fine.
So can the Locos finish tomorrow? We'll find out 7 p.m. tomorrow night. Game number 8 in the Lemonade League. Adam and I will have the pregame show right here for you. Go to LansingLugnuts.com or call 517-485-5300. 4,500. Adam, any final thoughts before we wrap it all up tonight?
Yeah, just really impressed with the Lugnuts again, all out tonight. What a big swing from Zaid Walker. Jesse, to me, that was the turning point in this game. The execution offensively, getting guys on base, not just the top of the order, but 1 through 9. The Lugnuts difficult to pitch against tonight, and 4 straight wins. That's the biggest amount of victories in a row in the Lemonade League. So good stuff by the Lugnuts. We'll see what happens tomorrow.
Isn't that the truth? Huge thanks to the control room, to Daniel, to Terry, to everybody back in the control room for allowing you to see all of this action, for us to bring you these Lemonade League broadcasts. Greg Kiger down on the field. This Lemonade League is his baby. For Adam Jackson, I'm Jesse Goldberg-Strassler. Again, your final score, the Lugnuts 11, the Locos 4. Here's wishing you well from Cooley Law School Stadium.